It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Hey everybody, welcome into our broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. It's part of the Friday Night Football Show, and you see the captains coming out to meet at midfield for the big one tonight. How about this? How about number 7 ranked Blue Ridge taking on number 16, the Payson Longhorns. Blue Ridge checks in with a 6-1 record on the season. Could very easily be 7-0. They should have won that Mingus game. They gave it up in the final seconds on a long 50-yard-ish touchdown pass that just never should have happened. And they'll tell you that all day long. Mingus will probably tell you that. The Yellow Jackets bring that record in to take on the 4-3 Payson Longhorns, who themselves have been playing some pretty solid football of late. They had a near victory over the Round Valley Elks at the Dome. Such a tough place for anybody to go in and get a win. Here's the coin toss won by the Yellow Jackets, deferred to the second half, and Payson is going to elect. We'll see the referee Paul Hancock make that decision. The Yellow Jackets look to defend the north goal. No, they're going to flip to the other side, the south goal now for the Yellow Jackets, and I did not see, but I'm making the assumption that Payson is going to receive the opening kickoff. Let me ask this young lady right here, the lovely Sonia Simmons, if she could reach across right over there and see if you can grab those glasses on the other side of the monitor, okay? Because this guy here, your play-by-play man, Floyd Simmons, without those glasses, I'm just going to be wild guessing at everything that is happening out there tonight on the field. Hey, there we go. That looks a lot better. You can actually see what's happening. And you can hear the announcement behind me. There is to be played now the national anthem as we get set for tonight's big Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast. That is the Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket Marching Band presenting the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem, and an opportunity for us
our umpire,
to send our thoughts and prayers
line judge, Jake
to our friends,
head linesman Kyle Marble,
the nation of Israel,
and back judge Brian Lang.
After a week of horrific attacks against that country, and again, our friends. And let's all show our support for the people of Israel as we get set to bring you tonight's broadcast, the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, this Yellow Jackets team embarks on a quest for a home first-round playoff game. And it's my belief, I think most of our Sports Zone Radio experts, if you want to call us that, would all say the same thing. The Yellow Jackets must win out to get that home game. There's a guy that's going to be important to the cause tonight, David Simmons. He is back to near full strength after, boy, I tell you, 2 or 3 tough weeks of dealing with injuries. A hand injury that hampered him a lot. Saw him get almost no action last week in the Yellow Jackets. 2 weeks ago, the last time they played, they had a bye last week. 2 weeks ago against the Fountain Hills Falcons. A victory on the road for the Yellow Jackets and a convincing win at that. Here's the return on the opening kick from the Yellow Jackets. Returned by the Longhorns out across the 30-yard line. That'll be marked down at about the 32. And that is where we begin tonight's action, everybody. Welcome into the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota and our outstanding partners that make it possible. The Longhorns will get it first. A running attack and running to the near side, and the Yellow Jackets are right there to plug it up. Wasn't a whole lot of room to run right there, and Trenton Trickey was one of those guys stepping up, helping to make that stop on the Longhorns running back. And I'm going to get some names for you here as we go along. They did not provide us rosters before the football game. Hunter Bowman is the runner, and look at that stacked backfield, tight formation. We will get a flag, and this one is going to work against, I believe, the Yellow Jackets. After that 2-yard gain by Bowman to start things out, that advanced the ball to the 35-yard line, and a 5-yard mark-off for an encroachment penalty on Blue Ridge will set the ball at the 40-yard line. And it's Veer for the quarterback. And a great run, 5 yards. Great burst of speed.
First down, Payson.
And it ends up being a first down pickup. Ball carrier was Hunter Bowman, I do believe, on a direct snap. And he'll carry again, right side. And he is battling, fighting. That's a tough run. That's going to be good for 7 yards and into Yellow Jacket territory. So just like that, the Payson Longhorns come out in a very run-oriented set. They pack that backfield, snap it straight back. I mean, this is straight out of the 1940s for the head coach, Brian Burke. Look at that backfield. And you know what they're doing? They're just trying to load it up and run it as hard as they can at that Yellow Jacket defense. There's a great stop on the near side for the Yellow Jackets. I'm going to get, again, as I said, I'll get rosters here so that I can give you some semblance of understanding who the kids are. But, boy, you know, more and more these days, it's tough to find a roster out there. That was Trevor Byers. Trevor Byers on that last tackle. And it was good for 2 yards. The gain to make it 3rd down and 1, but an illegal procedure penalty is called on Payson. Marked them back 5 yards back into their own territory. The ball is at the 49 of Payson. And here they go. Going to hand it left side. Somebody else going to get a chance. Spin out of a tackle that was just not well executed. Did not wrap up on first contact. And that'll be right at a 4-yard gain. We'll call it 4 yards. It's really 4.5, and it's about a half-yard shy. 3rd down and very short. Payson breaks the huddle quickly. And they're going to toss it back and get the first down. Same guy, same ball carrier. Fisher Pelto.
First down, Payson.
Carrying the football, and Fisher gains 3 yards on the play. That's a pickup of the first down, and he takes it into Yellow Jacket territory. Ball marked at the 43-yard line. Same exact offensive look. Double tight ends, load them up in the backfield, and run right at the Yellow Jackets. There's a hit by Trickey. Runner bounces off, and there's Noah G and Trevor Byers and several other of those Yellow Jacket defenders there to make the stop. We'll call this a loss of a yard on the play for Hunter Bowman. Hunter carrying the ball a lot in this opening sequence. He's got 5 carries already, 15 yards of the Payson offensive total. They did begin possession at their own 33-yard line. And have picked up a couple of first downs on their opening possession. Run the option, the veer. Fake it, take it, straight up the middle. That's Bowman again. And a 1-yard gain on the play. So 3rd down 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Prime opportunity for them right here, although I got to tell you,
Get loud, Blue Ridge.
I wouldn't be shocked if Payson anywhere in this area, anywhere between the 45 and the 40, I wouldn't be surprised if this is still 4-down territory. If they get beyond the 40, I feel quite certain they're going to go for it on 4th down, but we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can make that a mandate and imperative. Now they're going to run a little more of a spread look, hand it off, and that's going nowhere. Everybody on that defense showed up to make the stop on the running back. Let me get you an idea who carried for no gain. Wyatt Fulton was there. No gain on the play. 4th down and 11, and David Simmons will drop back at his own 10-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. See if he gets an opportunity to return the punt. That's going to angle toward the sideline and go out of bounds. That's a great punt by the Longhorns.
1st and 10 for Blue Ridge.
They got to be pretty happy about the results of that kick. Give you an idea who delivered the goods. The punter for the Longhorns. We're scrambling for names, and looks like the guy that delivered on that was Levi Herrera. Herrera with a great kick. The Yellow Jackets are able to get the ball after the forced punt and hand it off up the middle. Jace Barton gets his first carry of the night. And Jace gets positive yardage. How about a 3-yard gain for Jace? Make it 2nd down at 7. The Yellow Jackets begin this first possession for them at their own 8-yard line. And they're going to deliver it on the outside. Try to get it to David Simmons and try to give him an opportunity to advance the ball a bit. And he's able to pick up the first down. And that's going to take it out to the 20-yard line. We have that as a 9-yard pickup for the Yellow Jackets. First down. A little breathing room now. The ball again at the 20-yard line. Simmons lines up in the slot on the left side. And a single setback for Luke Berlin, the sophomore quarterback. He hands it off. Nowhere to go. That is the 2nd carry of the game for Jace Barton. You'll see the play right here. Barton will get the carry. They tried to run that counter trade kind of look, and boy, the defender was all over. How about just reach out, grab a handful of jersey, right? Sometimes that's the best you can do, and that was a really good job by the interior defensive lineman, Caleb Peterson, for Payson. Well done on the play. No gain on that last play. 2nd down and 10, and Berlin's going to fake it, roll out, and keep the ball. And he'll get out of bounds. Takes a shot there as he does step out. 5-yard gain on the play for Luke Berlin. I like the play. I like the look. The Yellow Jackets are going to start doing a little more of that now. A little more fake it, roll it, see what you got, check your options, and nice job by Luke Berlin. He gains 5 yards right there. 3rd down and 5 for the Jackets. 5:48 on the clock in the first quarter. We welcome you in, everybody, to this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week.
Timeout, Blue Ridge.
And the Yellow Jackets have to spend an early timeout. They call timeout here with 5:48 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. How about a 30-second timeout, fellas? Can we grab one? Grab us a little 30-second message right there from one of our outstanding sponsors of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Back with more first quarter action right after this.
Don't settle for less on a gift when you can give way more for way less. The Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top goes beyond having the perfect card. Exciting new lines were just released. Bourbon Barrel Foods out of Louisville, Kentucky features gourmet sauces, nuts, and seasonings. Jack Black's Men's Superior Skincare Be manly and clean. And for ladies, pinkies up. Luxury teas, sugars, cups, and infusers. Open Monday through Saturday, the Hallmark is where smiles are made together.
Thank you, Hallmark. The Hallmark Gold Crown Store in Pine Top, sponsoring partners of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Hi, folks. Welcome back in. No score here yet. Yellow Jacket first possession. They're going to flip it to David Simmons on the reverse, and he'll get dragged down, thrown out of bounds with a first down. Simmons was able to stay on his feet, and along the way, picked up 10 yards. Right to the 35-yard line. That's where they spot him down. 10 yards to the rushing total for Simmons. As you take a look at the replay, and a good shot from our crew. There's your first down. That'll be the second first down in the series here for the Yellow Jackets, their opening possession of the game. They're going to give it to the fullback. First guy through. And that's a really tough way to get a couple of yards rushing. And the guy that gets the carry, it looks like that was Hunter Kraus carrying the ball. There's Hunter. Give it to him. Get 2 yards out of it. Second down and 8. By the way, the Yellow Jackets are playing without one of their best players, key guys, unable to play today. Carlo Harris, the sophomore linebacker, plays some running back, unable to play. And here's a pass to the sideline that route was jumped by the defender, and it was a good play, good defensive play to break it up. The guy that got there was Marco Guerque. Am I saying it right, fans? Marco Guerque. A great defensive play, broke up the pass. That makes it 3rd down and 8. And we'll see what the Yellow Jackets decide to do. Working at the moment from their own 37-yard line. And exactly 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, football fans. Berlin trying to set up the screen, and that pass is one-handed, and first down yardage. Great run after catch. Straight blocking ahead. Well done by the offensive line. Well done by the Yellow Jackets. Jace Barton hauls in the pass on the screen. Turns that into a huge gain for the Yellow Jackets. Exactly 30 yards on the pass play. There's a marker down where Barton went out of bounds, and they're going to tack some yardage onto it with a face mask at the end of it. You'll see it right there. The face mask brought him down. Add some yardage to it. And the Yellow Jackets are now sitting at the 18-yard line. So the Blue Ridge offense getting a spark early. Tack some penalty yardage onto it, and the ball is inside the 20-yard line. Kraus in motion. Handoff to Jace Barton. And the Payson defense going to make that one pretty tough. Line of scrimmage, new line of scrimmage, the 15-yard line, just inside the 15. So call this a gain of 4 on the play for Jace. Jace has been the leader of a pretty solid ground attack the Yellow Jackets have had this year, and I think Jace is well on his way to a 1,000-yard rushing season. Some personnel swapping going on right now. Simmons was off, came back onto the field. The Yellow Jackets get to the line, get set, get the snap away. Wide receiver screen in the middle to David Simmons. Breaks the tackle. Ball comes out, and his teammate is on it. Well, he tried to make a move. He got a little extra out of it.
Fumble recovered by Blue Ridge.
But then the ball did come out. Jace Barton was there to pick him up. Simmons will get some yardage on that. What was the last carry was for Jace? What did he get? No, I take it back. That was going to be a 7 yards on the pass play to Simmons, and he put it on the turf. And Jace Barton was there to make the recovery for the Yellow Jackets. Tried to do a little bit more, get a little bit more out of it. And now he'll get the toss sweep. Simmons around the right side, looking for some space to run. And he gets knifed under, but not before he picked up the first down. So, needed about 4 yards and got it inside the 10. And we'll see where they spot it down. I've got that as a 6-yard gain, 6-yard rushing play. And the Yellow Jackets do get a first down. So the ball is resting at about the 8-yard line for Blue Ridge. And Berlin will take some time, look back at Coach Hathcock and Coach Brian White, who assists him with the offense. Berlin rolls out, has to throw under pressure to the corner, and it's an overthrow out of bounds. He was looking for Caleb Mink coming across the end zone and unable to get to it. The ball is out of bounds. There was pressure right there. Berlin had to get rid of it quickly and did, and threw it in a good spot. If you're going to miss, that's the way you want to miss on that play for sure. And it will stop the clock with 2:38 remaining in the first quarter, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. The last reported score we had in the first half of the Sholo at Monument Valley game showed Monument Valley, I believe Monument Valley had the lead 7-6 at some point of the latter reaches of the first half. So Monument Valley playing tough against the Sholo Cougars. That game is at Monument Valley, and we'll get you another update here as soon as we possibly can. He's at the double wing set, going to hand it off. David Simmons, left side, and he gets his legs taken out, dives ahead. Simmons to the 2-yard line. 6-yard gain for David Simmons, who early on in this one, you can see the sweat pouring off. Now he says, I need somebody to come and get me for a second. I don't know. He wanted to get
down and 1. Come on, get loud.
He wanted to get to the bench, but they're gonna make him stay. There's Simmons. And early on, he's the leading rusher for this team. Third down play, handed off. Jace Barton, right side. He's going to dart in there.
Blue Ridge.
Cuts back to the touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. Jace Barton, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Yellow Jackets open up the scoring tonight on the Sports Zone Game of the Week. The Jackets drove the ball. Well, they drove it quite a distance. I think they may have begun at their own 11-yard line. Seems to come to mind. Here's the point after try by
7-0.
By the Jackets. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And just like that, we'll grab a timeout, everybody. 2:05 left first quarter. It is 7-0 Blue Ridge in front. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Don't settle for less on a gift when you can give way more for way less. The Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top goes beyond having the perfect card. Exciting new lines were just released. Bourbon Barrel Foods out of Louisville, Kentucky features gourmet sauces, nuts, and seasonings. Jack Black's Men's Superior Skincare, be manly and clean. And for ladies, Pinkies Up, luxury teas, sugars, cups, and infusers. Open Monday through Saturday, the Hallmark is where smiles are made together.
Not only does Perkins Cinders dominate site excavation, driveway building, and underground utility installation, they operate cinder pits and mines where they are literally crushing materials year-round. Don't just finish a construction job, crush it. Perkins Cinders, helping you get a load of this.
Back to the action, the Yellow Jackets kick, and a big hit at the end of it. Delivered right there by that young man who is working on getting more playing time in the rotation. Cooper Phillips, big special teams hit for the Yellow Jackets. Make the stop right there at the 21-yard line. Payson comes back out with 1:58 on the clock here in the first quarter. And the Yellow Jackets with the first points of the game, 7-0. Not showing on the scoreboard yet. But we make the assumption at some point the hometown clock keeper, the scorekeeper here, is going to make that adjustment. And when they do, that's going to reflect on your graphic on the screen right there. So we're waiting for that. There's a penalty. 5-yard mark off on the Longhorns. Mark it back to just outside the 15-yard line.
Technical difficulties with our scoreboard. Don't worry, everybody. We know it is not 0-0.
And you heard it right there. Technical issues with the scoreboard. So 7-0 Yellow Jackets. The handoff goes up the middle, and the Yellow Jackets are up to the task. Stop made right there And we get a penalty again. This will be marked against Payson one more time. Illegal procedure again on the offense.
Against Payson.
So the ball goes back. It'll be first down and 20. Just a shade outside the 10-yard line with 1:45 left in the first quarter. Jackets getting the work done early. Fake it, throw it, left side, pass caught out there. And marker comes out. There might have been a face mask. Yeah, there was. Face mask on the tackle. The Yellow Jackets are going to give up a whole bunch of what they got from those two penalty markups. That's ended up being a 5-yard gain on the pass completed. Didn't quite see the receiver, but Dayton LeBlanc is the quarterback. Marco Guerque is the receiver. And then after 15 yards is tacked onto the end of the ball, now comes to the 31-yard line. And that's an automatic first down after the personal foul face masking penalty. Up the middle it goes, but not for very much. Ran right into the middle of that defense. Hunter Kraus was among the guys there on the scene for the Yellow Jackets. Also helping out make the stop is Anthony Seitz. And the Jackets with another good defensive play. Playing without their starting middle linebacker. Carlo Harris, not able to play today.
McKinnon.
So far, there's really no indication that he's missed. The guy that's filling his spot in the middle, in the inside linebacker position, they do play two inside backers, more of a 3-4 set. The guy who's taken over there is Jay Spartan, who's normally an outside linebacker. Here's a pass caught for a 3-yard gain. And bringing it in, hauling it in. On the receiving end was Bert Shear. Bert Shear, who is a sophomore for Payson. Bert makes the catch, a 3-yard gain, 3rd down and 7. Can the Jackets hold again? Final 14 seconds of the quarter. We'll see if Payson decides to run a play. They've got time to do it, 7 seconds on the game clock, and they are going to snap it, I think. Well, maybe not. No, they're going to let it run out. Going to let it run out. A team that doesn't have maybe the most dynamic of offenses is going to let this thing play out as long as they can. Milk that clock as much as possible, and they end the quarter down by 7. Yeah, our scoreboard on the screen doesn't show it because we take the data right straight from the scoreboard here. They're having a lot of problems today here at Blue Ridge High School. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But they're working through it, and they're doing the job the best they can. Stand by. The second quarter on the way. 7-0 the lead right now for the Yellow Jackets. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The 2024 Toyota Tundra has just entered the game, and it's ready to dominate the field. The 2024 Tundra brings serious muscle to the field with its impressive towing capabilities. And let's not forget about the cutting-edge technology that keeps you connected wherever you go. And guess what? We've got 50 of these bad boys, so don't sit on the sidelines waiting for yours. We're talking about driving away the 2024 Toyota Tundra starting at just $459 a month. It's at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Your winning drive starts here.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Thank you, Hatch Concrete, for the sponsoring partnership of the Friday Night Football Show and the Sports Zone Game of the Week. There's an incomplete pass on the post route, and that brings up 4th down. 4th and 7, and the punt team returns to the field for the Payson Longhorns. The Longhorns have done a good job at ball control. They haven't produced any points, obviously, but this is only going to be the Yellow Jackets' second possession of the game should they successfully field the punt or have it downed. Obviously, a lot can happen, and we'll get whistles as the ball gets angled away toward the Payson sideline. I don't think 2 men in motion, by the way, is the call by the referee, Paul Hancock. I don't think
Illegal motion against Payson.
they're going to give Simmons too many opportunities to field a punt today. So David stands back there after they step off another 5 yards, and we'll see if the Longhorns are inclined to punt the ball in his direction. The last 2 times, and by the way, he is shading way over toward the Payson sideline now. He's not in the middle of the field anymore, Simmons. He is on the hash mark, and I think he's just going to try to run over that. There's a very high snap. Not blocked, and the punt does go toward that Payson sideline. Simmons picks it up on the bounce, and he's got some room down the left sideline, turns on the jets, cuts it back, and he turns it into a great return. There was a penalty marker down, and for Simmons, if it all stands, something in the vicinity of a 40-yard kick return. Well, he crept up there, he snuck up there, he knew he wasn't going to get a great punt. They weren't going to kick it downfield to him.
Number 1,
so
David
he
Simmons
played it
on the return.
He played it pretty well. And you see that high snap right there. Here's the return again as they call a hold on the return team. So that's going to come back a little bit. You see him pick it up at the 43. And he hit the Jets right there. There's your cutback. And they're going to call, I believe the hold was called on Noah Chi right there. So step it off, and the Yellow Jackets still have great field position. They will operate from the Payson 35-yard line, just the second offensive possession of the day for the Yellow Jackets. And it's first down right there. They lead right now 7-0. You can see that they have finally fixed the scoreboard. And Luke Berlin wants to throw. Steps, throws deep, got some good arm under. That's going to hang up a bit. And 3 defenders covering David Simmons. He does know how to draw a crowd, and one of those gentlemen right there comes down with the game's first takeaway. A turnover by the Yellow Jackets. Hunter Bowman.
Interception by
brings it down.
31, Hunter Bowman.
The Payson Longhorns send everybody back. The arm motion might have been affected there a little bit. You got 3 defenders around you. That says 2 things. One, it says you are highly regarded and respected. The second thing it says is that you're going to have a hard time completing that pass, and it's exactly what we saw there. So now here come the Payson Longhorns after they get the takeaway and a good run. So they found themselves momentarily, inside the 5-yard line with that ball at about the 4-yard line. And we may get another penalty assessed. And that is going to go against the Longhorns, illegal procedure. I didn't see at the snap what they were guilty of, but instead of working from the 5, going to go half the distance.
The
so
offense. Repeat
ball
the
is
first down.
Inside the 3-yard line. Well, it's closer to the 2 now. Well, half the distance from the 4, I guess, is the 2. My Holbrook Roadrunner math failed me for just a moment. Just underway in the second quarter. Here's the give, and there's the tackle. Well, an initial hit was in the end zone. Tackle wasn't made right there, and Payson escapes. The Yellow Jackets want that safety call, not going to get it. Let's take a look at that replay. You'll see the initial hit. Bowman is the carrier, the ball carrier, and he gets hit right there. There was your opportunity.
Get loud,
good job by
Blue
Hunter
Ridge.
Krause. And then Bowman able to sneak it out. Forward progress got him to the, is that the 1-yard line? It's the 2-yard line. Got back to the line of scrimmage. There was no gain on that for Bowman, but he was fighting for his life. He did a good job to make sure that he and his team didn't get stuck for the safety. Hand it off and try to get some room. And right now you got the sense that Payson, who's not had a lot of success yet against the Yellow Jacket defense, you get the sense that Payson is trying the best they can. Here's a 4-yard pickup. Payson is doing what they can to not have to punt from the back of the end zone. 3rd down and 9. The situation at 10-10 on the clock here in the first quarter. And a 7-0 advantage for the Yellow Jackets here at just the moment. Payson with the motion man, handed off. And that's a little bit of room, and it closes down quickly. Thanks to Trevor Byers. No, that's Trenton Trickey who helped shut it down. Ends up being a 3-yard gain. And it's 4th down and 5 and 4th, really 4th and 5.5.
Trevor Byers.
So the Jackets are presumably going to get, more great field position right here. As Payson has to punt for a 3rd time today. Byers helped finish it off. The first guy I believe there was Tricky. And here comes the Bowman punt. And a fair catch is called by David Simmons, dangerously so as well.
Taking possession
on the low kick, he comes diving in
line, Blue Ridge.
and is able to corral the ball for the Yellow Jackets. Great field position. And the line of scrimmage is the 28-yard line of Payson. Another short field for the Yellow Jackets. Well, they've had their opportunities. They did cash in the first possession. A long drive for the Jackets for the touchdown. Jace Barton scored the game's only points so far yet today. And then the turnover. The interception stopped the last attempt. Here's Jace Barton running up the middle. He gets hit, knocked down. Did gain about 5 yards on the play. 5 yards to the pickup. So it goes to the 23-yard line for Jace. So you take another look on the replay. Great look again right there. And a very nice tackle in the middle of that Payson defense. Caleb Peterson getting his name called again. 2nd down and 5. Samuel James split to the right. No, that's David Simmons. Pardon me. Here's the give. Barton again. And Jace has got the first down. Jace going to take it to the 17-yard line. Nice pickup. That's a gain of 6 yards. That'll move the chains. The Jackets are able to collect another first down. We'll check you their totals here in the first half. Their 3rd possession of the game. They have 6 first downs. The offense for the Yellow Jackets. It's operating nicely today. I've got, by the way, a halftime score for you from Monument Valley. The Mustangs have a 7-6 lead over the Show Low Cougars at halftime. 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's the give up the middle. And that's a little breakaway. That goes inside the 5-yard line. So Blue Ridge continuing to get work done, and it's Jace Barton again. And we'll check and see where the line of scrimmage is. Looks like a 13-yard gain on that play for Barton for the Yellow Jackets, and now Jace is the single setback. He gets the carry and then gets buried. And the Longhorns are claiming they took it away, and the referee is agreeing. They say that Caleb Peterson, who has been
a fumble recovered by Payson.
He's been the hero, the star of that defense for Payson so far early in the game, and after registering several tackles, now he takes the ball right out of Jace's hands. I believe it was just met him right there at the ball, ripped it away. It was a no gain for Jace on that last play. But the worst news for the Yellow Jackets is deep in Payson territory, a 2nd time that they've turned the ball over with the scoring opportunity looming. So the Jackets leave points on the field. We saw them do that against Fountain Hills. We've seen them do that this season. And there's a run for the Longhorns taking over at the 5-yard line. That was one breath away from going to the house. Bowman the carry. And a first down.
7,
that's
Sam
a gain
James.
of gain of 11 yards on the play. Nope, sorry, that's a gain of 16 on the play. Bowman almost took it the distance. I didn't see who made the touchdown-saving tackle, but one of those Jackets certainly did. I'm being told now Sam James is the guy that made that touchdown-saving tackle a moment ago. Now 2-yard gain on 2nd down and 8. Payson will carry and inch it across the 25-yard line. And the ball carrier this time is Mason. No, pardon me, that's the exactly wrong roster. It's Mason McGowan plays on the other team. Fisher Pelto, who gained 4 yards on the last play. Incomplete pass broken up by Byers. Trevor Byers with a great job to break it up on a pass intended for Marco Guerque. Now, I know I'm probably way wrong on that pronunciation, but I'm doing my best, okay? 4th down and 4 for the Longhorns. Look at this. Great timing. Way to get there, get the hand in, knock it away by Byers. Punt team is back out there, but are they going to try and draw the Yellow Jackets right here? No, certainly not. Jackets were coming after it. Here's a line drive kick, and Simmons fair catches it near midfield, right at the 48-yard line.
On the 47-yard line.
So it is Blue Ridge football. 6:27 remaining in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tin halftime report comes up at the break. An opportunity to break it down for you and take a look at the first half statistics. And boy, I tell you, I would love to get a report on the action going on right now in Monument Valley. First down for the Yellow Jackets. 2-man backfield. Give it to the fullback straight up the middle. So the Jackets are trying to set something up and work something off of that initial give with the sweep action that follows it by the other back in the backfield. We'll see what they end up doing. Right now, Jace Barton picks up 2 yards right to the 50-yard line, 2nd down and 8 for Blue Ridge. And there's some confusion. Simmons ends up in the backfield, now on the wing right side. Yeah, they're very confused right now. 2nd down and 8. They're going to throw the football. And they got an intermediate range receiver who was open for a split second, and then it closed quickly, and the ball just came out way too late. Intended for Tricky. And defensively, the Payson Longhorns were there, stepping across, and it really should have been an interception. Mason Herrera. Watch this. That ball was in Mason's breadbasket. Right there. So not only the incomplete pass, but an illegal man downfield is called on the Yellow Jackets. Well, let's see. Payson declined the penalty? It doesn't make sense to me. I think on illegal man downfield, don't you get an automatic loss of down? I thought you did anyway. Berlin, lots of time to throw on the run to the sideline. It's just out of reach for Simmons, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up 4th down. The ball at the 50-yard line, 4th and 8. The punt team, for the first time today for the Yellow Jackets, will make their appearance.
4th down. Let's hear you, Blue Ridge.
Jace Barton will kick the ball away. That's going to hit at the 24-yard line, take a nice little Yellow Jackets roll to the 16-yard line, and that's right where it's down.
Payson will take possession on the 16-yard line.
About 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. And this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Thank you as well to Perkins Cinders. Perkins Cinders is presenting, they are our presenting sponsors of the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame inductees here in year 1 of our Hall of Fame. So a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago really, we announced our first inductees. Yeah, let's pan over, guys, to the official there, and let's, after they have conclude their discussion, try to find out what Paul Hancock is going to say. The flag is sitting at the 41-yard line, way behind all of the action, which means that's not the spot of the penalty. Some sort of illegal procedure on the offense. And Okay, I got you. All right, illegal procedure on the offense. Was that an unsportsmanlike conduct on
the offense? We also have an
on the defense. So offsetting penalties. It'll be fourth down all over again. The Yellow Jackets punt team will have another opportunity, or, well, they have stepped it off. They've marked off the penalty to the Payson 40-yard line, and it is going to be first down for the Yellow Jackets right there. Play clock begins with 25 seconds on it. There are times, by the way, when the play clock is 25 seconds, like following a penalty in that situation. Other times right after the play ends. As soon as the play ends, the next play clock starts. You don't need the official to tell you to start it. It starts immediately on tackle, and it's a 40-second play clock when the tackle is made. So the Jackets now have 3 seconds. They're going to have to call timeout right here. They're going to have to call timeout, and they do. They called timeout. They were going to run out of play clock, and so Coach Hathcock spends a timeout. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half, and the Yellow Jackets lead 7-0 over Payson. Stand by, a quick timeout here as well. 1 minute break. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Win 2 premium tickets to see the king of entertainment, Mr. Garth Brooks, up close and personal at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. An $8,000 value. Thank you, White Mountains, for all your votes. Naming Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint the best auto glass company in the White Mountains. And right now, when you choose us for your insured windshield replacement, you get to pick from 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets, or full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash, or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And right now, your name goes in the hat to be drawn for 2 premium tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, including a room at Caesars Palace and spending money. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back.
So the action resumes, and the Yellow Jackets, boy, look at this. What's going on? Not really sure what's going on, but it looks like Payson is going to get the ball back. They have it at the 5-yard line. Did I miss something while we were in our break? Did anybody have that? 5:34 remaining. Payson's got the football. Folks, you were watching it. You were watching our picture-in-picture view. I was busy communicating with our production team. We were doing some other stuff. Payson takes over the football. They've got it at their own 5-yard line. The Longhorns have had to punt the ball 3 times today. That matches their total number of possessions. They haven't been able to do a ton with it. They're going to run the ball and try to get to the corner, right side. And they get a nice pickup on that first down. Going to get out of the shadow of their own goal line with a 10-yard pickup on the play. Move the chains for the first down, and the guy carrying the ball, Bert Shearer carries it. Gains that 10. And the Longhorns will go again to work. Direct snap. Nope. Work around in the backfield a little bit. They're battling. They're fighting out there. David Simmons making the tackle on the running back. Bowman carrying the ball again. Hunter Bowman, the ball carrier. 7 yards for Bowman. So back-to-back nice gains with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Payson trying to get something going offensively. The handoff. Now watch the veer come following shortly after this. That'll be a first down on a gain of 6 yards. Another nice pickup to bring the ball out to the 29-yard line for the Longhorns. Let's check that ball carrier for you. They got a number of guys running through that backfield. Hunter Bowman again, 12 carries for 52 yards in the game. Hunter is the workhorse of that offense. Quick snap, direct snap, Bowman again. Trying to follow the big fellas over the right side. Marker comes out from the referee. And we'll see if this 4-yard gain for Bowman will stand. Doesn't look like
Another
it.
Tackle by
Illegal
16,
procedure on the offense.
Nochi.
So they'll send the ball back the other direction. Well, the Yellow Jackets have not, for them fortunately, have not missed Carlo Harris, who's just a sophomore. but has established himself as one of the best defenders in the 3A East region already. As young as he is, he's an inside linebacker. The Mike backer. Here is some great penetration. The ball comes out. It's flipped into the hands of Noah Chi. Knocked out initially, I believe, by Jace Martin. And that's going to be a scoop and score. Taken right out of the air. And Noah has the touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. And the touchdown makes it 13-0. Blue Ridge in front. Well, the Jackets have had their opportunities. Take another look at the replay. Here comes Chase. And Barton trying to wrap up. Yep, forces it out. And it pops right into the hands of Noah Chi. And Noah takes it to pay dirt. And the Jackets are trying to make this a 14-point game with the point after. The kick is on the way. Looks good. And the kick is good for Blue Ridge.
Josiah Spellman
so
with the extra
14-0.
point.
The Yellow Jackets are in front. And a timeout, everybody. Stand by. More of the Sports Zone's Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota coming right up.
Team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
What's your style? Classic, farmhouse, yeehaw, antique, contemporary, European, bonjour. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, are the experts to not only help you discover what makes you, you, but they'll do it with your budget in mind. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They help you turn a house into a home where families laugh and celebrate, share a meal, and create lasting memories. At the Furniture Gallery, they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Hey, there's another big tackle on special teams by Cooper Phillips. Stepping up, getting the job done. Great young man right there, and a great tackle on special teams. He does it for a second time today. It's first down for Payson at their own 27-yard line. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Yellow Jackets. Blue Ridge has left a couple of touchdowns on the table today. Here's the give. Try the left side. And the tackle is made, and there's going to be a gain of about 5 out of it, maybe 4. Call it a 4-yard pickup.
Tackle
out to the 31-yard line. It's
16,
Hunter
Noah
Bowman.
Chi.
Boy, Hunter is going to need that. He's going to need that hot tub or that ice bath. Let's call it that. He's going to need that ice bath in a big way after this game. He has carried the ball a lot for the team. 13 carries, 56 yards, and he is getting punished a lot out there for his efforts. Second down and 6. Fake it to Bowman. The roll to the left, throw downfield, and that's way short of the intended receiver with a lot of pressure coming at you. Quarterback trying to escape, trying to get away, and not going to do it. The quarterback, of course, the guy throwing the football was Dayton LeBlanc. Let's give credit to the nearest defender giving chase, Jose Bastillos. Great job with the great pressure and third down and 6. Run the veer, right side. Bowman decides to keep it. Boy, that was a bad decision. As soon as he pulled it, he took it one step ahead and ran into that guy and the rest of that defense. Aiden Olguin stepping up there, helping to make the stop for the Yellow Jackets, and a short gain, couple of yards picked up on the play. 4th down and 4 now. Coming up
down, let's hear ya,
for the Longhorns. Payson will bring the punt team out yet again. Don't be shocked if they and try to draw the Yellow Jackets off. Nope. Here it comes. Oh, it's fumbled. It's on the ground, and there's a hit. Hold on. The knee touched it down. No need to tackle the guy because in trying to scoop it up, pick it up,
Number
the
21,
knee touched down, and the ball is going to be marked at the 20 and a half yard line. Right there, the Yellow Jackets with plenty of time in a very short field to try and get something done. You see that? Yep. Roll it around. Try to get to a knee and pick it up, and that's the predictable result right there. The Yellow Jackets will have the football again with a very short field. Well, Blue Ridge, this offense has had its difficulty for sure, cashing in opportunities. They have won the turnover battle a lot lately. Here's a throw to the end zone. David Simmons trying to reach back and make that catch. The defender, I don't think he ever looked back. You don't have to look back, and you can even face guard. You just can't make contact with the offensive player. And that ball just slightly underthrown there. Get rid of it a step earlier. A little hand fighting, you see. That's good coverage for sure. And a tough catch to make right there. I have no issue at all with the defender way he played it. Bert Shear did a good job on Simmons. And he'll be the man covering him solo right there on this play. You see him on the outside, the right side, 2nd down and 10. Going to look that direction again. Throw towards Simmons. Now the safety coming over, and he will almost have the interception. It was in his hands, and David had to break that one up and knock it out of bounds. It's a good opportunity right here to look for one of those other options. Sam James, maybe. He's a great receiver. He can catch the ball with the best of them. And that ball just needed to be a little bit more to the outside, and David had to have a shot at it right there. But it ends up being good defense by Payson. 3rd down and 10. 2:16 till halftime. The Mountain Mole Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way. Single setback behind Luke Berlin under center. And the Yellow Jackets are going to spend their final timeout of the half. That'll be it. They will expire their timeouts. And we will stick around. We'll stay right here, everybody, during this Yellow Jacket timeout to discuss a couple of issues of import, like the fact that the Yellow Jackets come in ranked number 7. And they've got 3 winnable games remaining for their season and a chance to be at home in the playoffs. They've also got 3 games they could lose. This one here is far from over. Payson has certainly the capacity to come back and win this game, so don't count your eggs yet. Or your chickens. They're still eggs, I guess. You can count the eggs. Just don't count your chickens before they hatch. You've got next week's game for the Yellow Jackets. That one is at Cholo. You know the Cougars are going to be up for that challenge, playing their arch rivals. So there's going to be that. And then they wrap up the season with the Round Valley Elks in a couple of weeks. And that game is going to be played back here at Paul Moro Stadium. Hey, I mentioned also I was going to talk to you about the maintenance issues and problems here at Blue Ridge High School. I'll do that right after this play here. 3rd down and 10. Berlin rolls out to his left. He's got some good frontside protection, but coming from behind, a lot of pressure, and the pass is caught by David Simmons. How about a 12-yard gain that takes the ball
by number 1,
inside the 10-yard line, and that'll bring up 1st and goal for the Yellow Jackets. They'll mark him down at the 9-yard line. He stepped out right there, and stopped the clock with 2:11 remaining here in the first half. A 14-0 Yellow Jacket lead. Can they add something here? Simmons comes off the field. I didn't see who else had checked out for the Yellow Jackets, and it looks like they're going to go more to a run-oriented lineup, working from the 9-yard line. Hand it to Jace Barton, left side, cuts it back, and Jace is going to slice in there, and Jace is in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. The Yellow Jackets on the board again, and they've scored 2 of their touchdowns now in the last 3 minutes of the game. There was that scoop and score fumble recovery by Noah Chi, and now a 9-yard touchdown run by Jace Barton. Josiah Spillman is out there to work on the point after. Hunter Cross to hold. And we'll see if Josiah can stay perfect on the night. Kick looks good from this vantage point. It is good. And a timeout, everybody. 21-0 Blue Ridge in command over the Payson Longhorns. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota.
Team at Beeman Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
What's your style? Classic, farmhouse, yeehaw, antique, contemporary, European, bonjour. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, are the experts to not only help you discover what makes you, you, but they'll do it with your budget in mind. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They help you turn a house into a home where families laugh and celebrate, share a meal, and create lasting memories. At the Furniture Gallery, they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
When exactness is ordered,
Big game by the Payson Longhorns.
We provide
This one
ready-mix
is
concrete
going all
for
the
any
way.
size job. From the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to
is
severe
able to
concrete
reel
and
off a
construction needs from
huge
granite
run
to
from
cinders.
scrimmage. Was
Hatch
that
Concrete is
90
not just
yards?
another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality
Hold on a
surface,
second.
quality
My
concrete,
bad.
concrete
It was a
pumping,
turnover.
and Fox blocks where quality is
The
not
Yellow
just
Jab,
a
sorry,
name,
coming out of
but
the
a
break, we were
tradition.
looking
Hatch
at
Concrete, this
some
month
source, other
reviewing.
information,
Levi Herrera.
and that was a. I guess we'll have the replay in a moment. Did we capture the long one? We did. Okay, we'll have that look for you here. Just a moment, everybody. Payson bringing their fans something to cheer about. A defensive touchdown. And they're going to try the point after. The kick is on the way, and the kick is well shy of the mark.
The
I'm sorry.
Point
So
it
was a kick return straight up the middle. That's what it was. I knew there was something like that. How about the tackle on that? The guy coming down. That one was overlooked a little bit. It was a pretty good tackle on the Yellow Jacket coverage man. But it doesn't matter because this one goes all the way to the house and it counts and it's a touchdown. Not sure exactly who that number 23 is. At some point, maybe we could try and figure that out. We don't have a name to go with 23. But a big return for the Payson Longhorns. They get their first points of the game, missed the point after, and the Yellow Jackets' lead is cut down back down to 2 touchdowns, 21-6. Blue Ridge. There's that famed wall of champions right there for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Look at all those region championships and, of course, the 13 state championships for the Yellow Jackets over the many years. And the Paul Moro Stadium sign above it. That's a great sign, and they really did it well here when they created all of that. The sign there, the sign at the entrance. A 21-0 lead is now cut back to 21-6 by the Payson Longhorns. Here comes the kick. That one is going to be fielded at the 21-yard line. I believe that was Byers, Trevor Byers on the return. Byers short of the 30.
By number 11, Trevor Byers.
And right at about the 27-yard line, actually. So first down for the Yellow Jackets offense right there. So some of that steam, some of the air taken out of the balloon a little bit right there by the Payson kick return. Meanwhile, we don't know exactly what the score of the game at Monument Valley is, because apparently there's an issue with the video that is available from that game. We're going to get illegal substitution on the Yellow Jackets, by the way. So the Jackets tried to get somebody in, so you had to get somebody out of there. It didn't work out exactly the way they hoped, so a 5-yard penalty against Blue Ridge. It'll be first down and 15. We'll work now from their own 22-yard line. Caleb Mink splits out, solo receiver to the right for the Yellow Jackets. And they're going to give it on the end around to David Simmons, trying to get to the edge, and he is going to step out of bounds. Ran a long way to get a short gain. I mean, he got like a yard out of it. Payson did a nice job in pursuit.
5-yard run by
so,
number
so
one,
just a 1-yard pickup on the play. No, I take that back. After the 5-yard mark-off, he got past the original line of scrimmage. And it ends up being a 6-yard gain. 6 yards to pick up the ball out to the 28-yard line. All right, my mistake. 96 seconds left in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way. Empty backfield for Luke Berlin. Whistles again, and a penalty marker thrown, and that'll be offside on the defense. So a 5-yard mark off on the Payson Longhorns. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network, everybody. You're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the home of Sports Zone Radio. Thank you for joining us on the radio. If you'd like to watch the video, I would recommend go to our Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, I might recommend you go to the YouTube channel as well anyway, because depending on technical issues that happen, the technical issues are worse on the Facebook feed than they are on the YouTube feed. You get better luck if there are any issues, network issues or whatever it might be. But the network here at Blue Ridge has worked well for us.
Third and some
as you
yards,
see that incomplete pass.
Ridge.
3rd down and 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Simmons will split out to the right. And I mentioned maintenance issues, things going on here. Well, they have no water. That's one thing. So they had to bring in a whole bunch of porta potties here for the fans. The teams, by the way, I mean, they got like 13 porta potties for the fans. But the teams themselves, they only got one each. One porta john each. That's it. No running water at Blue Ridge today. High pass, hauled in by David Simmons. He is going to step out at midfield, and here comes the flag. Where's the flag?
That right there, 1st and 10 on the 45. David Simmons.
He was thrown to the ground after being a step out of bounds. And the head linesman on that side is going to say, "No, I didn't see anything. What are you talking about?" Oh, that's a great catch right here. Steps out of bounds right here. Payson player also out of bounds and, flings him nicely. I don't know. David gets a lot of that attention. I don't know why. Let's see here. I believe that was a 17-yard gain, if I'm not mistaken, on the play. 1st down play for the Yellow Jackets. Going to run the screen. And it's Sam James. And he's immediately hit. Ball came out. It's loose. And that, I think, is Payson's football. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Payson recovered it.
We have a fumble with possession.
They normally run that play to
Payson.
Simmons. This time it's James. Steps back. You'll see the catch here. Didn't secure it. Punched out. And it's loose. Finally recovered by Payson. So they've got time here, a minute 12. They also have, I believe, 2 timeouts remaining here in the half. So from the 42-yard line after the Yellow Jacket turnover, Blue Ridge been a little bit plagued. They have, for the most part this season, as much as I can remember, they have really won the turnover battle throughout the season against their opponents. Today, it's a little different story. Handoff Bowman, and he's going to get hit. Got to the 41-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play.
Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 after a very modest gain by Bowman. The ball just shy of the 40-yard line.
Just under a minute left in this half.
The quarterback, Dayton LeBlanc, lines him up. A couple of teammates in the backfield. Fake it. Looking down the sideline right side. His receiver got wide open. He beat both the corner and the safety on that side. And that is just not okay. The Yellow Jackets have got to get... Look, Payson has been running the ball all night. This is something I talked to David Simmons. He and my son, we talked about this. And, my warning is, look, a team that runs the ball a lot always beats you big on 1 or 2 or 3 plays in the game. Why? Because you're rolling up. You want to stop the run. You just start to think to yourself, they can't beat us with the throwing game. So let's just roll up there and play tough run defense. But you still have to play your responsibilities as a defensive back. And the first responsibility is nobody beats you deep, especially late. That's why they have the 1 loss on their record. They got beat deep late. Final offensive play of the game for Mingus. The Yellow Jackets had a couple of plays after the touchdown scored by Mingus to take the lead at the end of the game and rip that victory away from the Yellow Jackets. Blue Ridge snatching defeat from the jaws of victory on that night. But you've got it, as a defensive back, it's all about responsibilities. The Yellow Jackets cannot get beat in those situations, and they did right there. A better pass by LeBlanc. He's got his man. He was open. He ran the go route. The Jackets didn't believe it. And we'll see what they dial up this time. The Longhorns working from the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Swing it out. That's actually a running play. That was a backwards pass. It was caught, and then the defender immediately
loss of yards on the play.
Caught the running back. Was that Bowman? I believe it was Bowman. Trying to flare out from the backfield to the right side of the quarterback there. You see this flip back. And immediately the defender all over the play. Well done. Is that Noah Chi from that edge? I think it was Noah who got there. And for whatever reason, they're going to mark this ball back to the original line of scrimmage. I don't understand that either. Fake it, throw it deep, left side. And Byers with great coverage for the Yellow Jackets. It's incomplete. Trevor Byers.
That brings up first down for
very
Blue Ridge.
well done.
With 30 seconds
Marco
left on the
Guerque
clock.
was the intended receiver. And the Yellow Jackets are going to take back over. I was mentioning a while ago a couple of things. First of all, I was mentioning that they have no water here, okay? So they've been having water issues for a while. The field hasn't been watered for several days, but no water at all on the campus today. So the fans that are here, there's no bathroom stops today, not your regular bathroom. And so no water is certainly one of the issues. Been a couple other issues as well. Here's a nice pass out of the backfield. Boy, I tell you, those Payson Longhorns, they like to ride that. They like to ride those guys out of bounds for quite a bit. You got to be careful. You get flagged on those once in a while. Maybe not tonight, but most of the time. Logan Robeson with a catch and nice run after catch for the big first down for the Yellow Jackets. Goes into Payson territory to the 46-yard line. And a good look on your replay right there. Here comes Berlin rolling to his left, throws beautiful pass. The catch made by Simmons. He'll step out with another Yellow Jacket.
Another first down.
Well done. That was just a great job by Luke.
Number 1, David
Sprint out
Simmons
left
on the 21-yard line.
And he hauls it in nicely.
12 seconds left.
That is a gain of 25, exactly 25 yards on the catch. And then you'll see the nice little nifty run. Simmons smartly stepping out to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. No timeouts for the Yellow Jackets. Got to work those sidelines right here. Ball at the 21. Berlin rolling. He's got field in front of him, and he's running out of time. He does step out with 6 seconds, make it 5.6 seconds remaining. Luke is going to step out with about a 3-yard gain on the play, and the Longhorns want to talk over their defensive options right here, so they're going to spend the timeout, which I believe is their final timeout. Blue Ridge has none. As we close out the first half, remind you that the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way here in a few moments, everybody. At the conclusion of our broadcast, as always, we named the Sports Zone's player of the game, and that is brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. So thank you to our fine sponsors that help us bring you this coverage. Look at that guy right there. That is the great Jeremy Hathcock. Arguably, and for many people, the greatest of all Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket football players. He's now their coach, obviously. But back when he played in the late 90s, or the late 80s, Coach Hathcock could do it all, did everything. And there's some discussion and debate as to whether or not Coach Hathcock should be added to the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame, but he played before the Friday Night Football Show era. Just before. A year or two he graduated before we started our coverage. And so we're doing our Hall of Fame to honor the legendary football players over the last 3+ decades of time. But Coach Hathcock, as a player for Blue Ridge, played just before that time frame. Otherwise, there's no question he would be an automatic, a shoe-in as one of our Hall of Fame members. And thank you to Perkins Cinders for sponsoring our presentation of the Hall of Fame. Throw on the wheel route to David Simmons. A tough catch. And he did not get the foot down, according to the official. He tried. That was a tough catch to make. Ran the play again. He gathers a bunch of defenders around him right there near the goal line. And he'll take a look at it. We'll see if we have a good angle as to whether or not David could possibly have gotten the foot down. Oh, boy, I tell you, you'd have to look at that a couple of times.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it.
Time ran out.
First half.
On the half.
21-6.
It's 21-6 Blue Ridge with the lead. Guys, before we go to the break, Big Joe Mama, can we take a look at that replay again? Can you slow it down at the point that David's foot is coming down? Take a look at this going into halftime. It's a terrific shot by Derek. Now slow it right there. Oh, my goodness. Maybe he got the toe on the line. There's a possibility he got it in. We're going to look more at that here coming up in a little bit. I think the official, I think he made the right call. But we want to look again. There's a play from earlier in the sequence with Luke Berlin running for yardage. But it's halftime, everybody. Halftime tonight on the Sports Zone's Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report is on the way in a little bit. Let's take this timeout, and we're back to more, and we're back with more to break it down on this 21-6 lead for the Yellow Jackets over Payson. Stand by, everybody. Back after this.
The 2024 Toyota Tundra has just entered the game, and it's ready to dominate the field. The 2024 Tundra brings serious muscle to the field with its impressive towing capabilities. And let's not forget about the cutting-edge technology that keeps you connected wherever you go. And guess what? We've got 50 of these bad boys, so don't sit on the sidelines waiting for yours. We're talking about driving away the 2024 Toyota Tundra starting at just $459 a month. It's at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Your winning drive starts here.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Every home has a story to tell, and your furniture sets the stage. From classic to contemporary, farmhouse to European, the Furniture Gallery will match your taste with the perfect centerpiece or accent. Make each room in your home a place to gather, connect, and create lasting memories. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They deliver comfort, quality, and unparalleled customer service. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, helps make a house a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Whoa! Did you see Cellular One's affordable connectivity plan now comes with a 100 gigabyte hotspot?
We can stream for days.
Yes, that's right. The Cellular One ACP plan now includes 100 gigabytes of LTE data. Use it as a hotspot every month in addition to unlimited data on your smartphone. Tribal land residents on government assistance programs can access the free ACP plan, including those enrolled in WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, and Medicaid. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
When words are just not enough, to celebrating an everlasting love or brightening your home with a splash of color, the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top is your floral design partner. Beautiful spring blooms are ready for grab and go. Want to deliver flowers often but don't want the hassle of trying to remember? Bouquet subscriptions are now available. The Bloomhouse, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 until 4, is dedicated to bringing the beauty of nature to all.
We get it. The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Win 2 premium tickets to see the King of Entertainment, Mr. Garth Brooks, up close and personal at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. An $8,000 value. Thank you, White Mountains, for all your votes. Naming Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint the best auto glass company in the White Mountains. And right now, when you choose us for your insured windshield replacement, you get to pick from 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets, or full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And right now, your name goes in the hat to be drawn for 2 premium tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, including a room at Caesars Palace and spending money. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cashback. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first-half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Hey, welcome back in, football fans. Welcome back to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime Report and the Sports Zone Game of the Week, which is presented by Hatch Toyota. Here at halftime at Paul Moro Stadium, Blue Ridge has a 21-6 lead over the Payson Longhorns. The Yellow Jackets came in with a 6-1 overall season record and a number 7 ranking, the highest ranked team in 2A through 4A football for White Mountains teams. Higher ranked than even the Snowflake Lobos, who started the day at number 17. They're taking on Marcos Deniza right now. We'll get an updated score for you on that matchup here in just a little bit, just as soon as we can. The highest ranked White Mountains team, and it shouldn't surprise anybody, coming into the day with the Mogollon Mustangs. And they wrap up the regular season playing right now at Joseph City. Mogollon started the night ranked number 6 in 1A football. Then you've got the number 7 Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. And then as far as the White Mountains-centric teams go after that, Snowflake is a 17th ranked team. Round Valley in the 3A level is ranked number 18 right now. And it goes on from there. The Show Low Cougars, ranked number 26 right now, are playing at Monument Valley. And the last score we had, we believe it was tied 14-14 in the second half of that game. Monument Valley battling for their playoff lives, as are the Show Low Cougars. Welcome back, everybody. Floyd Simmons here on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime Report. And I have the distinct privilege of saying hello to a great friend and a great coach and a longtime Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket player and coach and everything. He knows White Mountains football with the best of them. Dane Thompson is here with us. Spend a little bit of halftime time with us. Dane, welcome in. How you doing, man?
Great. Thanks for having me, Floyd. It's awesome to be here. It does my soul good to be back up here.
Yeah. It's listen, my memories of you are more about this. You were a coach with Paul Moro and of course the triumvirate of coaches, Coach London, Coach Williams, with Coach Moro. During that whole time frame, there were the big three, and there was everybody else. But all those other coaches were awesome. I love guys like you and Adam Reek and everybody else floating around the
I know there's more
the
of
big
you
guys
out there that know this song.
One of the things about you that I remember the most and loved,
we're going to see if Payson knows how to do it in a couple minutes,
is watching you run quarterback for this with the scout team offense for the Yellow Jackets. You're my age, and you were doing things that just blew me away at the time. You were in such good shape at all times, and you always got the other guys, the varsity, so well prepared with what you always did. It was fun to watch you, man.
Oh, thanks for saying so. That's a long time ago. I don't think I can move around quite that well anymore.
Yeah, you're not doing that. You're not running scout offense down with the post and butte.
I actually have a little bit of fun with them every once in a while, especially if we get a dual threat quarterback. They like to shoot the chicken with me a little bit, so I still have some fun. I'll let some of the other guys take care of some of that business now, though.
Right on. Well, it's White Mountains football going on here right now. And
all right, Payson, what
you're
you got?
coaching at Post and Butte these days. The Post and Butte Broncos. Hey, you had a big game with Snowflake last week. We got a chance to go over and see you and the guys play. I thought your team was really well prepared, and you guys played well. You have some talent on the team. Unfortunately for you, key injury in the second half. You lost a kid who was, I thought, the best player on the field, the best athlete on the field for either team, and it was costly. And the outcome of that game could have been different had you been able to keep your best player healthy.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ja'Kai Robertson, our kind of everything guy for us, broke his tibia on that opening kickoff of the second half, so that kind of changed our personnel issues and things like that. And our kids battled. I was proud of how they battled. It was a great game. Physically, we were very evenly matched, I felt like. But they made some big plays when they needed to. And unfortunately, with the loss of that, we had a number of penalties that were really costly throughout the game that kind of made the difference for us.
So what did you think of Snowflake? And I really want to ask it in the way of comparison to all the years that you were a player and a coach up here with the Yellow Jackets, with Holbrook for many years. You coached over there. So you know White Mountains football, and you know Snowflake really well. How do you compare this Snowflake team and what they are these days physically to what Snowflake was back in your era of coaching and playing up here?
Yeah, I think Snowflake has always had the athletes there. It shows up in the track and field events and things like that, and I think Kay Solomon does a really good job right now. So now they have some really good coaching going on over there, and so they're making the most of all their talent that they have. They've always had a plethora of athletes there and size and things like that, and now I think that they got the sideline taken care of as well. So they're really dangerous every year.
And what was it about Blue Ridge in those days when the Yellow Jackets could routinely beat Snowflake, when all of us on both sides of the ball in the games and those of us on the outside watching, observing, playing, covering, the media guys, we all knew that Snowflake most of the time had more talent. Maybe not, Blue Ridge always had great talent, but I mean, sure, more talent for Snowflake. And yet the Yellow Jackets would always seem to come out and prevail, end up on top. To me, it was this. And let me ask you if you agree at all on this. It was that the Yellow Jackets always had 4 full quarters in them, and Snowflake would play great. They played great for a first half. They played great on into the third. But somewhere along the line, Blue Ridge always seemed to finally get that push. And then in the latter parts of the third and fourth quarters, Blue Ridge was pushing Snowflake off the ball, and they were pushing on into a victory. But I don't know. What do you think were the difference back then?
Yeah, I think part of it is those were very well-conditioned teams for sure. And then I also think that, especially when you're dealing with 16, 17-year-olds, confidence is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I think that teams that have that kind of confidence that's instilled in them have a little bit of an edge. And when you have things going well, kind of like Snowflake has right now, it gives you an upper hand, gives those players that little edge that they know that they can do things, and they've been in situations where they've come out on top no matter what the conditions are or what the situation is. And I think that that's really important for teenagers, like confidence in whatever they're doing, whether it's scholastically or athletically. If they have confidence, they have a huge edge over some of their opponents for sure.
We're talking to Dane Thompson. He is the head coach of the Poston Butte Broncos, and they play in the 4A East Sky region along with Snowflake. It's a tough little region you guys have there.
Oh, yeah, it is. In the 4A, they don't necessarily do the regions like by geographical regions. A number of the 4A regions are by the previous year PowerPoint. So you have the top teams all together, and then they have some weaker regions where everybody has a chance to compete for a region championship, and that was kind of their goal when the ADs got together, was they wanted each region to be very competitive. And so when you've had some success in the playoffs, then you're going to wind up being with all the other teams that also have had success in the playoffs.
Coach Thompson, let me ask you about our game here. The first half here with the Yellow Jackets on top 21-6. They left some points on the field out there, didn't cash in two short field possessions that they had, turned the ball over a couple of times, did give up a long touchdown return on a kick return by Payson. But what are you seeing out there? What do you think of this Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, I love the energy out there. It was great. I happened to be right there on the 10-yard line when that outside linebacker, I was looking around for the Sheriffs because I knew that was grand larceny when you just steal something like that, and that was an awesome play. But really great athletes. The quickness of the Blue Ridge team is really showing up all over the place. And I'm really impressed that, like you said, they left some points on the board, but they do have 21 at halftime, and Payson all year has not given up very many points. Their defense has been pretty stout the whole year. Even though they've lost a couple games, they haven't, they've been giving up like 14 points a game is all.
Yeah. Well, the Yellow Jackets have had a good first half. There's no doubt about it. And they did turn the ball over deep a couple of times when they had some other scoring opportunities. But the Yellow Jackets in front right now. We're talking to Dane Thompson, the Poston Butte Bronx head coach, and a friend of Coach Hathcock, Jeremy Hathcock, and Dane, a friend really to everybody. I think I don't know how many people you've had a chance to say hi to, but you must have shaken a lot of hands here.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to see. I got to stand down there with one of my best friends from high school, who happens to be the principal here now, and we hung out for a while and got to see some old friends. And Coach Rice, that I coached with for, 14 years or whatever, is sitting right over there. And so I've gotten to see, and then I got family here too, so it's fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, you guys, you lost to Snowflake last week. You went into the game, you were ranked 18. Snowflake was 22. They beat you. Now they jumped to 17, and the Broncos dropped to 28. How did that happen? How in the world does that happen?
Well, I'd love to see the equation.
Yeah.
But, we can just do what we can do right now. I mean, we have 3 winnable games to finish our season, so that's our main. This is a good bye week for us. Gives me a chance to come up here and watch my nephew's team play and watch your son's team play and see some good White Mountain football. And it gives us a chance to regroup and finish hard for the – and, mathematically, like we win 3 games and we'll be 6-4 and we'll be a bubble team. It'll just come down to numbers of who, how many teams that we've played earlier this season win their last 3 games and help us out and things like that.
Are you having fun as the guy down there at Post and Butte?
I am having fun. Yeah, it's family now. Like I've been there long enough that
you're long in the tooth, Coach. You're an old man these days.
Yeah. That's why I told somebody this is 10 years since I've been watching a football game here at this field. So
hey, listen,
this is
I was going to let you go, but let me hold you for just a moment longer, okay?
Sure, absolutely.
So here at the Friday Night Football Show, I don't know if you know this or not, Dane, but we go back 33 years, okay, of football coverage of the White Mountains. And during that time, legendary football players, football players along all these years. So we're now doing our Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. Can I give you the names of our first 6 inductees now? Those
Absolutely.
Names have been identified. And in order. When you go into the Hall of Fame, you go in a certain order. You have a Hall of Fame induction number, okay?
Okay.
And that number 1, Hall of Fame inductee number 1, Brett Brewer, Snowflake Lobos.
Okay.
Okay, the great Snowflake Lobo receiver, defensive back, all-around athlete. He passed away last year, and Brett is our inductee number 1. Inductee number 2. The Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame, Scooter Sprott, Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets.
Yep.
How does that sound? You like that?
Yeah. So far, you're 2 for 2 right now. I'm good with it.
Give that your thumbs up. Okay. Hall of Fame inductee number 3, Rathan Reisdorf, Sholo Cougars.
Okay.
The record-setting quarterback, set so many records at the time he played at Sholo. You coached against him back in those days, didn't you?
Yep.
So there's a healthy rivalry there between Blue Ridge and Sholo at the time. And Rathan goes in as inductee number 3. Okay. All right, you ready for number 4?
All right.
All right, here's Hall of Fame inductee number 4, Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. Just announced earlier tonight on the Friday Night Football Show, Paul Moro, the great Paul Moro, Hall of Fame inductee number 4.
I like it.
Okay? All right, now Paul Moro passed away. All right. We are going to induct as Hall of Fame inductee number 5 to kind of go in as a pairing, the great linebacker Adam Moro.
Yep.
Paul Moro's son,
That's a
Adam.
good duo right there.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, Adam is one of the best instinctive linebackers I ever saw play.
Yeah.
Right?
And he would go in as one of the best overall 3-way players.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, and special teams.
He could do it all.
Yeah.
Could do it all. All right, and finally, let's give you the name of Hall of Fame inductee number 6, and there are many, many more to come, okay?
Yeah.
All right, but, you do this a piece at a time. Number 6, our last known so far, identified Hall of Fame inductee will be the great Marcus Bell. Yep. Marcus Bell of St. John's.
It's a good call. Yeah, I was coaching at Holbrook, and I told the kicker, don't kick it to him. And the first kick absolutely went to him. And I think, 10 seconds later, we were down 6-0.
You paid for that decision,
yeah.
right? Okay. So there you go. And so many other. Throw me one name. Throw me a name of somebody you say, this person has got to get in there at some point, sometime, okay? Give me one name. Throw them at me.
Well, I kind of believe if you got Scooter in, he's got a big brother.
Oh, he does? Yeah. Yes. A very big brother, yeah. Jim Sprott. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Big Jim. Well, he definitely played in our era, in the Friday Night Football Show era. So we'll have to make a good note on that. Okay.
Yeah, there was a couple that probably came before the Sports Zone era.
Oh yeah. You mean guys like Jeff Hawley and
and I was like even thinking I tried thinking outside of Blue Ridge because I don't want to be a hometowner.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Tim Landers probably need to get up there.
Yeah,
but I think that was before the time.
Round Valley, Tim Landers,
oh,
right?
Oh man, yeah.
And a number of Elks, Redskins. Hey, there's a couple of Alchese Falcons that are deserving. The list goes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hey, I want to thank you.
That'll be fun to come up with this whole list, though. This will be really a fun thing.
Thanks for spending some time. Okay. All right, do appreciate it. That is Dane Thompson, everybody. Here's the second half kickoff for the Yellow Jackets. David Simmons brings it back, runs into traffic, and gets knocked down right at about the 40, maybe 41-yard line. And the ball belongs to the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets as we get the second half underway. And that is it for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report, everybody. Back to the Game of the Week broadcast. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Floyd Simmons right here. And Coach Thompson, you still have the headset on. You can stay as long as you want, okay? If you want to interject here and make your debut, do a little color.
I get a little color, yeah.
You got an open. It's an open
you
invitation.
Haven't shut the mic off yet.
No, I certainly haven't. There's Dane Thompson right there, everybody. Floyd Simmons, the lovely Sonia Simmons on stats right there. And let's get the second half underway. Caleb Mink split to the right. Luke Berlin, the quarterback, hands it off to the first guy through. That is Jace Barton. He's got a little seam to run through, and Jace turns that into a first down and a gain of, looks like 18 yards on the play for Jace to the 41-yard line. Nice gain.
Hitting that trap just like the number that he's representing this year. I loved it.
Yeah, another guy that has certainly will be on the list of consideration for the Hall of Fame, right? The great Frank Girardi. And that 41 that you see out there that Jace is wearing, that number is going to be retired at the end of the season. They give it to Jace one more time, straight up the gut. And Jace knocked down a 3-yard gain on the play to bring up second down and 7. So you coach the Poston Butte Bronx, Dane. And by the way, a yellow jacket penalty is going to mark this one back, so I don't think that gain by Jace is going to stand. You're running a lot of stuff down with Poston Butte that you learned under Paul Moro's tutelage, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. You can see some of the things right here with Coach Hathcock that be real familiar if you're watching a Broncos game for sure.
So they step off the penalty. The ball gets marked back at the 46-yard line of Payson, and the Yellow Jackets take over right there. Double wing set, Simmons in motion. And they're going to give it to Barton up the middle. Jace breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, breaks another tackle. Jace has got first down yardage. Big gain for Jace Barton and the Yellow Jacket offense. Let's see where he got to. Hey, boy, he got to the 20, almost the 25, 26. That's exactly 20 yards on the carry. 20-yard gain for Jace as he starts to stack up some rushing yardage. Jace in the game, 12 carries, 83 yards at the moment. And Blue Ridge lines it up. Line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line. Simmons on the left side. And Jace Barton will be the wing on the right side. David gets it, cuts it inside the tackle, lowers the shoulder, and Simmons will go down at about the 20-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down and 4.
Taking us to the 19-yard
well, David's not a running back, okay? I'm just gonna say that right now, but what he is a guy who will do whatever coach tells him to do most of the time.
Hey, it's an explosive athlete, so you got to make sure that you put the ball in his hands whenever you can.
That'll bring up a second down and 4. Barton has it. Jace cuts it back. Jace carrying the rock inside the 10-yard line. Big gain for Jace. 13 yards. The pickup on the play. It'll be first and goal for the Yellow Jackets.
Offensive line for Blue Ridge is taking control now, and Jace is loving what he's seen in front of him, I think.
So, Dane, I know you played defensive back as a high school player. You played quarterback?
No, I was a little bit of a runner, flanker,
kind of like a Simmons, kind of like a David Simmons guy out there?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been that quick probably.
Well, you'd like running through that kind of seam, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
That clearing. Simmons with the ball and trying to follow. Is that Olguin leading the way around the right side? Ball goes inside the 5-yard line, and he gets knocked down at the 3. Gain of 3 yards for the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, I don't know that Simmons guys are built for taking handoffs very, for much of a game. Okay, he might have reached his limit right there.
Versatility is important, though.
Yeah, spoken like a coach for sure.
That's right.
Simmons goes in motion, and they give it up the middle to Barton, but the marker comes out. What did you see there, Coach?
I've seen too many flags. That's what I've seen.
That's one issue. And they're going to mark that back. Illegal procedure on the offense. Maybe somebody moved a little early?
Yeah, I think we got a couple guys shifting before the motion guy goes, and they're not set yet, so I think we're getting 2 guys in motion.
And maybe just a quick jump start by Hunter Krause on the wing on the right side. So 8:40 remaining, football fans. 8 minutes, 40 seconds, and now counting down under that here in the third quarter. The Yellow Jackets trying to get to a 3-touchdown separation against the Payson Longhorns. Blue Ridge has proven unequivocally they can move the football. There's another timeout called here early in the half. I thought, let me tell you something. We'll stay here through the timeout. Dane Thompson is with me right here. Dane is a longtime Blue Ridge guy. Coached at Holbrook. Got your first head coaching job at Holbrook High School.
That's right. Yep.
With the mighty Roadrunners.
That's right.
Go Big Red. Okay.
Absolutely.
And now you're the head coach at Poston Butte. And now is that your second head coaching job?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you left Holbrook, came to Blue Ridge.
Yep. Got a chance to come back home and coach with Paul and Coach Moro, and that just was what I wanted.
And went with him to Poston when he got the job down there.
Yep.
And then eventually when he left there, went to Marcos Deniza, you took over as the head coach of the Poston Butte Broncs. When you're examining a football game, is it always, what are you looking through? What lens do you look through? Are you just always seeing, what can I do? What can I incorporate? How can I steal that play and use it with how do you look at a game? And can you watch a game without, completely analyzing it?
Well, I stand on the sideline to begin with, and Payson came out with basically a full house backfield and tried some new things, and we quickly were talking the whole time about strategy. Okay, do this. But we're getting ready to get back in action here.
Well, the Yellow Jackets will give it to Jace. Nope, they're going to fake it. Nope, they're going to give it. I was seeing all kinds of different things. And another flag comes out. This one after the stop was made. Hey, by the way, how about some of these late hits on the sideline? Is it my imagination, or did we get a couple of late sideline hits earlier on in this game that seemed to go unnoticed?
I don't know. I really am. I age myself, but I'm old school. Like, I never want a flag for any kind of contact penalties.
I hear you. Hey, that's, by the way, a personal foul, face mask on the tackle made on Jace Barton. So they're going to move that one half the distance. And so Luke Berlin is going to line up the offense. He goes up under center. That's also a kind of a less common thing for the Yellow Jackets. And Jace Barton is going to get strung out and knocked down. It's a great job across the front for Payson on defense. The guy that got there to initiate contact and make that tackle, I'm going to have to look. I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, Robbie McCannonry. And I apologize to Robbie's parents on that one. But a good tackle made and a loss of yardage, as a matter of fact, on that. I think he lost 3 yards. So it's 3rd down and goal from the 6, double reverse, and Payson is sitting there waiting for it. Simmons eventually got it, but the Longhorns were not fooled at all. They had penetration in the backfield, and Simmons is down. And hopefully the way he's doing that, I hope that is a cramp, and I think it is, the way they're coming out and looking at it. Sometimes you get a cramp, you feel like the world's coming to an end. Ethan Gertner is the guy that made the stop. Good tackle in the backfield, and I hope that all we're looking at is Simmons is certainly reacting like he is in mortal pain. But I think that is a cramp.
Yeah, the way they're holding that leg, looks like they're trying to stretch him out right now, Floyd.
He goes down.
And he's back on his feet.
Oh, you could see it too. You could see that right calf of his was if you look at the replay, it's just bound up, and he'll come to the bench and get a little treat. How do you treat a cramp, Coach? You just get him on the sideline and tell him, hurry up.
That's right. Slap him in the butt and say, hey, tell me when you're ready.
We need you. Let's play this game. Loss of yardage on the play, by the way. Lost 5 yards on that play. Well schemed defensively by Brian Burke and his guys. And here comes the field goal try. Josiah Spillman remains perfect on the day. Hasn't missed a point after. Did not miss that field goal try from 28 yards. And the Yellow Jackets will grab a 24-6 lead. We'll grab a timeout, everybody. Stand by. More coming up from Paul Moro Stadium in the third quarter. And Blue Ridge a comfortable lead right now. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
We live in a world of ongoing change, so why not appreciate the things in our lives that remain constant? For more than 2 decades, Joyce Furniture has provided a welcoming Shangri-La that carries the highest quality home furnishings with brands like Paul Roberts, Lazy Boy, Stearns & Foster, and of course, Tempur-Pedic. Discover Joy's timeless handcrafted pieces that have the essence of our beautiful White Mountains. Come in and find that dream piece that will become a presence in your home for years to come. Joyce Furniture. Keep the joy of the mountains in your home.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
The celebration is on. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets are able to get the forced fumble and the takeaway, and the recovery belongs to Blue Ridge. You'll take another look at the return. The Yellow Jackets have another short field in front of them. Well, he ran into the wedge, Dane, and did not really look like he was securing the ball at all.
Yeah, Blue Ridge did a great job of defending that wedge on that kickoff coverage, and awesome job of getting that ball out.
So the ball belongs to Blue Ridge, and they've got it at the 35-yard line. Make it to 36, and Luke Berlin with an empty backfield will throw from the shotgun. He's got pressure from behind, throws toward the goal line, and Simmons gets separation at the end, makes the catch for the touchdown. Well, we're going to take a look at the replay. David Simmons has had a hard time getting any space after it all double and triple covered all night long. And he is able to somehow make some separation at the end. You look at the replay. That was just well done, well delivered. A great pass by Luke Berlin for the touchdown.
And that's how you recover from a cramp.
That's one way for sure. Coach saying, look, see? What cramp? What are you talking about, cramp? Problem with the cramp is if it's a real cramp, and I don't doubt it. I mean, he was cramping out there. Is it doesn't really go away for the rest of the game, does it? I mean, now you're just battling through it the rest of the time.
It's going to go away, but at any time it's coming right back.
And what do you tell your kids when that happens? Is it, hey, you're not eating enough bananas, or what is?
You got to start sucking down that pickle juice.
Pickle juice. Hey, the point after is tacked on by that young man right there, Josiah Spillman, who, by the way, is the nephew of the great Seth Crozier. Remember Seth Crozier?
Yep, there's kicking in the blood.
Yeah, there is. Seth he's one of the greatest Blue Ridge kickers in history, as you see David Simmons haul in that touchdown pass again for the Yellow Jackets.
Pretty good outside linebacker, too.
Yeah, Seth Crozier. And if you look at Josiah and you look at his build, I mean, Josiah, he's a soccer player, comes out and kicks for the football team. But if Josiah had chosen to be a football player, I'm telling you, he'd be one of the stars out there, and certainly he'd be a great defender, great all-around player, and delivers on the field goal for the Yellow Jackets earlier, and now attacks on the point. He is perfect out there on his 4-point after tries and that 28-yard field goal that he added earlier. By the way, he is making a case for the Sports Zone's player of the game. I'll just say that, which we're going to announce at the end of this. I think Jace Barton is in that discussion with his multiple touchdowns on the game tonight. So the Yellow Jackets are working on picking up a 3A East Region victory, and things looking pretty good right now. Now, I don't know if that was an intentional onside kick attempt, but it was, whether by intent or not, an onside kick try, and Payson is going to have the ball with good field position after they make the recovery at about their own 45-yard line. Well, Dane, I want to thank you for joining me, man. Thanks for spending a little bit of time.
It was great to be here.
Coming
Thanks.
up here. And, you open invitation. Come back anytime, okay?
Absolutely.
Good luck
appreciate
to you.
it.
Good luck to you and the Broncos.
Thanks for what you do here. This is awesome for high school sports. They're lucky to have you up here.
You got it, man. Hey, I'll tell you what. We want to bring this to the Valley, okay? We want to expand and grow our Sports Zone product. And there's a ball on the ground. And the Yellow Jackets have an opportunity and do make the recovery.
That's a scoop.
Blue Ridge has another takeaway at the 22-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets, another short field. Dane, maybe one of these times we'll expand. We'll be down in the Valley as well.
That'd be awesome.
Doing what we do and seeing Poston Butte on the schedule down there, okay?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Man. There's Dane Thompson, the head coach of the Poston Butte Broncos. In a few moments with us on our broadcast. The ball comes out on the flip. It was just behind the running back, and the recovery made by the Yellow Jackets. And the guy that was able to get on that thing was Daniel Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the recovery, and the Jackets have it again in great field position. They're going to be set up at the 13. No, make it the 23. The 23-yard line, first down for the Jackets, and they want to take a timeout. So we'll take a 30-second timeout. Let's grab a 30-second break, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. 6.5 minutes on the clock here in this third quarter. Blue Ridge 31, Payson 6, the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
If there's one player on the field that outperforms the rest, it's Perkins Cinders. Like any all-star, they put in the hard work by sourcing, sorting, and delivering all things dirt. Concrete materials, gravel, cinders, topsoil, mulch, and more. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders will help you score that huge win with your project. Serving the entire White Mountains at PerkinsCindersInc.com. Get a load of this.
Hey, back to the action, football fans. Thank you to Perkins Cinders and our great roster of sponsoring partners that help us bring you this great coverage, the best coverage to be found on radio of high school sports, proudly from the Sports Zone. And our game of the week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Luke Berlin on the run a moment ago, the touchdown pass to David Simmons, and he is going to step up, Luke is, with pressure, have to run it, and he will slide in with a gain in the vicinity of 5 yards on the play. That was well done by Luke. And, the pocket absolutely collapsed around him. He climbed the pocket nicely, they were running a wheel route down the right sideline. Couldn't get the pass away because of that pressure. Peterson, again, the guy helping to make that play and really stop the big end of what could have been a big Blue Ridge offensive play. And then Luke turned it into a 5-yard gain. I like everything about what Luke did right there. It just shows another side to his growth as a quarterback. Earlier on in the season, you didn't see that happen, and Luke played that extremely well. Here is a screen pass to Jace Barton. He's got a convoy in front of him, and he is going to step into the end zone with ease. Well done! That front line for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets really are taking over the game. Jace Barton gets the score, but you're going to look at that entire group in front of him that paved the way for him. These guys deserve the credit. Guys out there like Rondé Burnett. Look at him out there leading the way. Look at the great block thrown. Is that I'm going to have to check another number there. Anthony Seitz was out there in front of the play. That was a great block thrown. Burnett, Seitz, and others leading the way. And for the Yellow Jackets, yet another touchdown scored. Here's a point after try. The kick looks good. It is good.
Point is good.
And it's 38-6. 38-6. The lead for the Yellow Jackets. A timeout, everybody. With 5:43 remaining third quarter, the Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota.
Have you heard the big news? White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville is bold in their approach to upgrade and improve your healthcare experience. Not only do they have professional, experienced providers that service a wellness clinic, laboratory and physical therapy services, and imaging and surgical services, they are also expanding their ER facility and capabilities. White Mountain Regional Medical Center strives to enhance the wellness of your community, one patient at a time.
What's better than a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte? 16 grandes paid for by Cellular One. Use your Cellular One talk, text, or data to enter our Winter Wednesday drawing. Every Wednesday this September, 23 lucky Cellular One customers will win a $100 Starbucks gift card. Stay connected with loved ones, and maybe you will be enjoying coffee on us this week. Check out Cellular One's Facebook and Instagram page for details. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 and over and September 30th. Visit our website for full rules. No purchase necessary. Ends 9/30/23.
So we're back to the action, everybody. Another great job in coverage by Cooper Phillips and company for the Yellow Jackets. You see the line drive kick there. It looked to me like a strong possibility that Bowman actually touched his knee down fielding the football, but can't see it on the replay. It doesn't really matter because the net effect of everything is Payson has the ball first down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. And now the game starts to become critical and difficult. Run the option around the right side of the flip. Contact in the backfield. That'll be a tackle for loss on the play.
Loss of yards.
And there's that. Loss of yards. And let's see here. Trying to check and see that runner. If I'm not mistaken, that was Wyatt Fulton carrying the football. The initial contact was about the 35-yard line. He was able to get to just a 1-yard loss on the play. And a personal foul is now going to be assessed on the Yellow Jackets. So mark that thing ahead 15 yards.
15-yard penalty.
And the ball goes into Yellow Jacket territory. The ball now at the 49 of Blue Ridge. 5:21 remaining third quarter. This has really been a very long third period, it seems, or it feels anyway. The Yellow Jackets have had opportunities in a game that's been marred by turnovers by both teams. The Yellow Jackets have been able to get the advantage in that. Here comes the ball out to the near side. Nice straight arm and tackle out of bounds. A little similar to some earlier action when there was contact beyond that boundary line, this time by Trenton Trickey. No marker thrown on that. You'll see it again out here. It ends up being a 5-yard gain on the play. Trickey makes contact there, stays engaged, hangs on to that jersey. Fortunate not to get a penalty flag, I think. And it's now second down ball at the 44-yard line. Fulton goes in motion out of the backfield. Fake it, no give it. Give to Bowman, and he reaches the 40-yard line for a gain of 4 yards on the play. Hunter Bowman, 17 carries, 64 yards in the game. Didn't look at the stats at halftime, so let's check that totals page. I want to just give you a total yardage for the Longhorns now.
Hold them there, defense.
They're right at the century mark. 98 yards of total offense and 7 first downs in the game for the Longhorns. See if they can crack the century mark. Will do so on this play here. Bowman carries, fakes it, gains 10 yards. Knocked down at the 30-yard line. So with that, Payson's offense goes up over 100 yards of total offense on the day. They gain their 8th
first down, Payson.
First down. And Blue Ridge, to give you some comparative measure right there, the Yellow Jackets in the game, 293 yards of offense and 18 first downs. Obviously, all of that disparity is reflected on the scoreboard, a 38-6 lead right now for the Yellow Jackets. Bowman runs that Wildcat, fakes it, keeps it, and Bowman is down with a 6-yard gain inside the 25-yard line. 3:58 and clock ticking down in the third quarter. The Yellow Jackets, a comfortable lead, looking to go 7-1, looking to improve their region record to 2-0. And if they can hang on, they set up a big showdown with the Show Low Cougars next Friday night at Sholo High School. Here is Bowman. Wants to throw and now decides to run. And, boy, I tell you, he ran headlong into a couple of defenders coming up. Hunter Krause, David Simmons, a couple of those guys closing in on him, knocked him down. And the gain is, that looks like a couple of yards gained on the play, but hold on, a sideline warning is issued to the Yellow Jackets. So that 2-yard gain stands, and it brings up 3rd down and a couple to go. 3rd down and 2 yards. Got to get to the 20, Payson, and they're sitting at the 22 right now. They're going to run the slot out on the left side. 2-man backfield for the quarterback. Now motion across the formation, left to right. Handoff, try to run the sweep. Fulton turns it up and does get the first down yardage. Gained 3 yards, needed a couple, and got the yardage necessary to move the sticks. And the ball goes inside the Yellow Jacket 20 to the 19-yard line. And let me pause for a quick station ID on our radio coverage, the Sports Zone Radio Network. Mix 98, KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. And it's 38-6, everybody. 38-6. Comfortable lead right now for the Yellow Jackets. Pressure on the quarterback. And that's going to result in no sack because the quarterback got back to the line of scrimmage. But great pressure up front by the Yellow Jacket defenders. Dayton LeBlanc, the quarterback, and you're going to see him get all kinds of harassment. First coming from the edge. And then everybody in the middle collapsing all around him. So give all the credit because the pass was refused by the Yellow Jackets. Before I let you know who that was on 2nd and 10, the carry is going to go to the 14-yard line, another 5-yard gain. This time, on that previous play, by the way, Daniel Rodriguez is the guy that provided that initial pressure that forced the quarterback to keep the ball and then tackled at the line of scrimmage. You'll see all these guys, Noah Chi and David Simmons, helping to finish off the runner on that 5-yard gain. Fake it, keep it. Bowman cuts back, battling through those Yellow Jacket defenders inside the 5-yard line. That was just a spirited run
First down, Payson.
by Bowman. And a gain of 10 yards to the 4-yard line, make it 1st and goal. Hunter Bowman, man, that run that's a highlight reel run for sure by Bowman. And the Longhorns, who always play you tough, always physical, and even when they lose, and they're losing by a wide margin right now, and they get back to the line of scrimmage, Bowman again the carry, and he gained nothing on that play. That's a tough way to get 0, right? But Payson is famous for this. They are famous for, it doesn't matter how close the game is or how much the deficit might be that they're working against. As you look at it, I think another no gain for Bowman. Yeah, give him a yard. Call that the 3-yard line. I mean, he deserves something out of it, doesn't he? He has been running so tough, so hard for his team. 23 carries to produce 93 yards. That is an even 4 yards a carry for Bowman. Handoff, Bowman again. And Hunter Bowman takes it in from 3 yards out following his big fellas. Right straight through the middle. This game's not over yet with 27 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And the lead for the Yellow Jackets now cut to 26. I'm not sure how soon Coach Burke starts to do things like kick onside and so on, but I mean, that's got to be coming up here sometime in the very near future, right? Hunter Bowman deserved that carry right there. And it doesn't get him to the century mark on the game as far as his rushing total goes. But it was his 24th carry of the game for now 96 yards. And again, he deserved the touchdown that he got out of it. Payson will try to kick the point after. And it's bumped up there. The kick is good. We'll stay right here. We're going to stay right here, everybody, with 27 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. So we've got a final score from Monument Valley. And it was the Sholo Cougars prevailing. They were able to score a touchdown late and hang on for a 20-14 victory tonight over Monument Valley. So that long trip does not end in utter disappointment for the Cougars, which it would have been, right? That is a long drive. It's a cold place to play up there. There's no trees and very little cover against the wind. It just, this time of year, it just seems to get so cold in Kayenta. I played a football game up there, and I thought we were playing on concrete. The ground was frozen solid. It was so cold. We got, by the way, the mighty Roadrunners, I think we got like a 52-7 win when we went there. But, hey, that's a different time and a different game. The Cougars are fortunate they got out of there with a victory, so the long trip, you know, they don't have to deal with that on the long drive home. That keeps, in my opinion, their playoff hopes alive, by the way. Got to get into the top 16 because in the 3A ranks this year, in the 3A level, you do not get an automatic playoff bid if you win your region, okay? It is strictly the teams that are in the top 16 in the rankings. Here's an onside kick attempt, and the Yellow Jackets backed off of it on that far side. It does go out of bounds, but, I mean, you know, when a kick, the football, there's no guarantee the ball is going to still carry and skim and bounce out there. Okay, it's never a guarantee. You take a look at Brian Burke, the head coach of Payson, one of the all-timers at Payson, by the way, played on that 2008 Payson Longhorn undefeated state championship team. A great defensive lineman. Played at NAU eventually, I believe. Played at one or two other places as well, Dakota State maybe. But Brian Burke, you know, one of the all-time greats. And the football, I'm getting back to that point. The football, I mean, you know, that thing, you can't guarantee the bounce.
46-yard line.
So you've got to try to get on that thing and cover it up. The ball did go out of bounds for the Yellow Jackets, and they'll have it at the Payson 47-yard line. And Luke Berlin lines them up and gives it up the middle. And that is going to be a hard-fought gain of 1 yard on the play for Jace Barton. Jace the carry right there. Yeah, I mean, he gets to the 45-yard line and could do no more damage than that right there.
That brings us to the end of the third
and
quarter.
Our time runs out here in the third period, everybody. The final 12 minutes, straight ahead. And outscore Blue Ridge 38. Payson 13. Stand by for the fourth quarter, the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
The 2024 Toyota Tundra has just entered the game, and it's ready to dominate the field. The 2024 Tundra brings serious muscle to the field with its impressive towing capabilities. And let's not forget about the cutting-edge technology that keeps you connected wherever you go. And guess what? We've got 50 of these bad boys, so don't sit on the sidelines waiting for yours. We're talking about driving away the 2024 Toyota Tundra starting at just $459 a month. It's at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Your winning drive starts here.
Don't settle for less on a gift when you can give way more for way less. The Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top goes beyond having the perfect card. Exciting new lines were just released. Bourbon Barrel Foods out of Louisville, Kentucky features gourmet sauces, nuts, and seasonings. Jack Black's Men's Superior Skincare, be manly and clean. And for ladies, Pinkies Up, luxury teas, sugars, cups, and infusers. Open Monday through Saturday, the Hallmark is where smiles are made together.
Hey, back into it, everybody. The Yellow Jackets do have the football, and they give it to Jace Barton. And Jace is battling, fighting off tacklers. Jace all the way up to the 40-yard line and a gain of 5 yards for the senior running back for the Yellow Jackets. Jace now in the game, 16 carries, 99 yards. Averaging 6.2 yards a carry, couple of touchdowns today for Jace. And we'll see what he can do here on third down. Can he give it to him again? He's up over 100 yards with that carry right there. This time a gain of 6.
First down, Blue Ridge.
So Barton now with 105 yards on the ground. 2 rushing touchdowns for Jace. And doing it against a tough, quality defense. He sets his team up with a first down at the Longhorn 34-yard line. First man gets it this time. And a tackle made after a short gain. Hunter Kraus covers it up. Hunter with a 3-yard pickup on the play to the Payson 31-yard line. Hunter, a guy who is primarily a baseball player and one of the best out there. You've seen him play, I'm sure. He is a junior this season, and looking forward to seeing him when we come around to springtime. There's an injured player on the field for the Longhorns. 10:46 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Well, the Round Valley Elks got a win last night. They defeated Ganado 47-0, had a 40-0 lead at halftime. And the big guy is up and on his feet for Payson. And he's able to get a little jog going off the field. Looks like he is going to be okay. The injured player, Ben Bellafil. And we hope that Ben is going to be all right. Round Valley gets a win last night. The Round Valley Elks escaped at home a couple of weeks back with a 7-3 victory. And Round Valley had to score their touchdown late in the game to beat Payson. Hard-fought defensive struggle between the two teams. And you know that, I think, is going to set up a very, very interesting matchup 2 weeks from tonight right here at Paul Moro Stadium, Blue Ridge and Round Valley. But first, Blue Ridge has got to deal with the Sholo Cougars. That's next up. That's next Friday night. We'll also have that as our Game of the Week broadcast. Jace Barton with the carry. And Jace gets 5 yards on the carry over the left side. You see the guard pull from the opposite side. And had he realized that Jace was running right up his back there, he might have hit another gear, hit another player downfield. Lead blocking. Jace might have got some more yardage out of it. 3rd down and 1. Barton again, the carry left side. He's got room. Found a little seam between the defenders, and Jace got himself a nice gain. How about 11 yards to pick up this time for Jace and move the chains for a Yellow Jacket first down. They will stop the clock to move the chains. 10:03 on the clock here in the fourth period, fourth quarter. 38-13 Blue Ridge trying to tack on some additional insurance right here. So the ball's at the 14-yard line. 2-man backfield for Luke Berlin and the Yellow Jackets. And Hunter Kraus will get his number called. Hunter to the 10-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play for the fullback. And Hunter is on the ground. There's a late flag that just now came out. Hunter is in a lot of pain, and that's not a guy the Yellow Jackets can afford to lose. He'll get up on his feet. Coach meets him out there on the field, and Hunter can't tell if he's strictly in a lot of pain or maybe there's some anger, some emotion coming out right there. He is going to make his way off the field, having a hard time. Coach Hathcock is exchanging some words in a conversation with the referee, Paul Hancock, trying to find out what's going on there. The officials will continue their conference to figure out how to mark this flag. The flag is at the 11-yard line. Take a closer look at this tackle. Boy, I tell you, somebody came down on that left leg, knee area. Hunter tackled from behind. Hunter is starting inside linebacker. They need him there. You see the work he's been doing.
An unsportsmanlike foul against Payson.
Some limited action running the football today. Had some opportunities. They're going to take him, I think, to the training room. And well, they got a tent set up out there on the field. And Hunter's going to get looked at. Let's hope he's okay. Meanwhile, they're going to mark off an unsportsmanlike penalty, half the distance. to the 6-yard line. Blue Ridge brings it out. See who replaces Hunter in the lineup out there. Looks like they're going to go with Owen Larson. Owen Larson is now in that lineup, and he'll get a carry right from the get-go. And he crosses the line of scrimmage, was the 4-yard line. He makes it to the 1. That's a 3-yard gain for Owen Larson, the 5'9" junior. Put the ball at the 1, and the Yellow Jackets get a chance from right there.
First down, Blue Ridge.
And I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the quarterback sneak right here. First down and goal. I mean, you don't have a lot to lose, but an opportunity for Luke Berlin. Challenge the big guys up front. I don't know what they'll do with it, but that would be my call right here. Let's go quarterback sneak, fellas. They're going to give it to Owen. And Owen is going to crack the line of scrimmage and then get stopped just short. The official says, Blue Ridge was celebrating, but the official says, nope, you're just right there, right on the doorstep. So for Owen, and now somebody else comes along and says, I think he did get in. It took a while, took a little conference and discussion. And Owen, yeah, right there. I got to believe, you can't really see the football, but I got to believe that Owen, he got in before the defender was able to drag him back across the line. Robbie McCannonry was the defender on the side, on the scene, and the touchdown belongs to Owen Larson. And it comes with 8:21 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 44-13. The Yellow Jackets. This is a team that left a couple of touchdowns on the table earlier on in the game. The kick is wide. How about that, huh? Spillman misses one.
Extra point
it's a shocker.
Is no good.
That might not have been Spillman, by the way. It might have been. Was that Tricky that got a chance to kick it? No, it wasn't. I'm gonna correct myself because I think it was Josiah. No? Maybe Logan Robeson. I do not know. I know this. It's 44-13. Huge lead for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to pick up a win in the region. We'll grab a 30-second timeout. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Thank you to Hatch Concrete. Thank you, folks, for joining us here at the Sports Zone for the Game of the Week broadcast. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Next Friday night, our next broadcast of the Game of the Week, Sholo hosting Blue Ridge. We'll have that game for you. Right here on the radio, right here on our Sports Zone Radio YouTube and Facebook channels. There's a kick fielded on the run near the 10-yard line, and here comes the coverage team for the Yellow Jackets with a strong finish. Strong tackle at the end of it. One of those Yellow Jackets that got there to make that tackle, Caleb Mink. Caleb on the scene, helping to make that tackle. 8:14 remaining in this one. If you're the Yellow Jackets, if you're the Payson Longhorns, now Payson's still playing for a lot here, playing for pride. You got to believe that you still think you have a chance here, at least with this possession. You do something with this, you do something in a hurry, get a score in a hurry. Hey, you get an onside kick. All of a sudden, you start to shift the momentum, get something in these final moments. But the main thing is right now, don't get hurt. Don't get guys hurt. Here comes the run up the middle and bounce to the outside. Bowman on the carry, and he is going to get chased down by Caleb Mink. Mink runs him out of bounds. And we'll see where they eventually mark him. And there might have been a marker thrown. The referee and the linesman are talking it over. Linesman threw his flag. Yeah, I think illegal substitution on the Yellow Jackets declined, as you might expect. It ends up being a 31-yard pickup on the play by Bowman. So Hunter now has 127 yards rushing for the Payson Longhorns. the new line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. You do that a couple of times, and you do what I was dialing up a moment ago. You get some stuff done. Pass caught, far side of the field, another first down for the Longhorns. Gain on this play, 13 yards. And the guy on the receiving end was that difficult pronunciation for me. I've got to admit that Marco Gurecki is a little hard for me to... I don't know if I'm getting that even close. But there you go. Straight up the middle it goes this time. Bowman carries the ball to the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. Call that a gain of 3 on the play. 3-yard pickup. Second down and 7. Thatcher looks like they have come up with a pretty convincing victory over the Safford Bulldogs. Bowman will carry the ball to the 41-yard line. 4-yard pickup this time. Rudely met and deposited by the defender at the end. Let's see who for the Yellow Jackets was able to make the hit. Fake it, keep it. And there was the hit to stand him up. Knock him down. Trenton Tricky, I think, on the end of that one. Third down and a couple to go. That'll be a first down. It'll be a gain of 4 yards. And this time the carry belongs to the quarterback. It's Dayton LeBlanc, I believe, carrying the ball. Nope, Bowman again. Pardon me on that. Bowman running Wildcat. LeBlanc was out there, and, he's the kind of the quarterback, so you want to throw the ball. This time LeBlanc will line up, take the snap, fake it, step ahead, and get knocked down. He does avoid the sack.
Lots of yards on the play.
And he gained about a yard and a half on the play. Call it 2. 2 yards the gain. And second down and 8, the situation for the Longhorns. They're going to work from the Yellow Jacket 35-yard line. There are some finals out there, some scores. The Thatcher Eagles taking care of the Safford Bulldogs, I believe. Here's a gain to the 30, so call this 5. 5 yards for Bowman. Boy, I tell you, Hunter Bowman, I love this kid. I love this guy. How about the willingness to keep saying, yes, coach, I'll keep running the ball. 29 carries, 143 yards. His long run from scrimmage today, 31 yards. He has scored 1 touchdown. And by the way, since he came up over the 100-yard mark in the game, his rushing yards per carry has increased from 4 to 4.9 yards per carry. This young man, he won't get it this time. Coach going to give him a slight breather. And his teammate carries 6 yards for a first down. The guy that did carry it this time, Wyatt Fulton. Fulton, 5 carries for 15 yards in the game. Brian Burke, the head coach, he was a lineman in his playing days. Linemen like to run the football. I don't know if I've ever met a lineman that loved throwing the ball, loved his team passing it. Back shoulder attempt on the far sideline, and it didn't work out. Maybe that's a little insight into why Payson runs the ball so much. Ball came up a little bit shy there. Incomplete, stops the clock. 4:01, 4 minutes and a second remaining in regulation here at Paul Moro Stadium. 44-13. The Yellow Jackets. Slot right formation. Shotgun. Fake it. Bowman. Keep it. And just lower the shoulder. I mean, there is no way that he is going to be denied, is there? There just isn't. How much, what percentage of Hunter Bowman's body do you think is bruised up by now? With all the carries that he's had. There he is. He's just like, okay, all right, I see you guys. I am going to give you everything I got on every play. 9 yards to gain that time for Hunter Bowman. Can you give the Sports Zone's player of the game to a guy on the losing team?
Ball start.
Because that guy right there, Hunter Bowman, I mean, I would, all day long, I'd consider giving it to that kid. He just keeps coming back. He comes back. He keeps coming at you over and over and over. The game keeps going on, and he's not slowing down, and he's having to make the tough yards in the middle for Payson. I love this guy. 3rd down and 5. 3:10, 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in regulation. Fake it. Dayton rolls out. Pump fake. Keep it. And he's going to step out right at the line to gain. He needed 5 yards, and he's right at it. Nope, even a yard shy. Stepped out. Well, see, if it was Bowman, if it was Hunter would have lowered the shoulder and got that first down. He might have stayed in, might not have stopped the clock, but he would not, I guarantee it would not be denied on that. But his quarterback decides, I'm going to try and preserve some time, so he steps out. That's his decision. Wise decision if the clock is a priority to you, so LeBlanc is able to stop the clock, but it's 4th and 1, and a timeout is taken by the Yellow Jackets. Blue Ridge wants to talk it over on defense. 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this one, and is it all academic at this point? 44-13, the lead. Let's grab a 30-second timeout, everybody. A 30-second break here. Late in the fourth quarter, comfortably in front of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota.
This is a special savings announcement from Hatch Toyota in Show Low. All new Toyotas have got to go, including 2024 models, and that means big savings for you. Save an extra $1,000 on all new Toyotas. But that's not all. Bring in your trade and receive an extra $1,000 off our written quote. And here's the kicker. Drive payment-free for the rest of the year. No payments until January 2024. Hatch Toyota in Show Low is where the action is. Or HatchToyota.com, because these deals won't last forever.
Well, after the Show Low Cougars lost Nash Brewer against Paradise Honors earlier on this season, and it really changed Show Low completely as a team. The Cougars dropped from their position as the favorite to win the 3A East. I think everybody would agree to that. They were the favorite, and then the injury to Brewer changed all of that. And I felt immediately that Blue Ridge became the new favorite to win the East. And after this performance, I'm going to double down on that. It's possible that it may not happen. We're going to get some timeout call. Timeout called by Payson. They were trying to fool the Yellow Jackets up on the line, maybe try to catch them a little bit by surprise, see if they could get them to jump, but then timeout taken by Coach Burke. With 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in regulation, a 44-13 lead for the Yellow Jackets. Thanks for being with us, football fans, on our broadcast coverage here from Paul Moro Stadium tonight. But back on the point, talking about the Cougars, the things changed for them. By the way, there was about a 10-day span there when it was like if you were on the outside looking in at the program, and I'm sure that Coach Carlo Hernandez, and his guys, they weren't feeling the panic like we were on the outside, but it didn't look like the Cougars were going to be able to rally. But they did. Still not the favorite to win the East at this point now. That mantle was overtaken by the Yellow Jackets. And now when you look at what they're doing tonight against, pretty good Payson team, I think there's no question it's going to go through Blue Ridge. And the Cougars are going to have their hands full, and they're going to have a big challenge to take down this Yellow Jackets team next week in Show Low. We'll have that as our Game of the Week broadcast. It's still an opportunity. The Cougars are still alive, I think, for the playoffs. As we watch a little trick play, ball snapped back to the quarterback, LeBlanc. Payson tried to fool the Yellow Jackets into thinking they were going to go up under center, and the pass is incomplete on 4th down and 1. The Yellow Jackets are going to get the ball back, take it over. You'll see it here, a little snap back under they rolled it back there and tried to run a slant in front of
3 minutes left on the clock.
In front of Caleb Mink, I think, was the defender on that side. Anyway, it was interesting play call. Interesting design by Coach Burke, but it didn't work. The Yellow Jackets take over the ball. And so, a little bit of a statement, I think, here tonight for Blue Ridge. And if you're Sholo and Round Valley, the two teams remaining on their schedule, they got to sit up and take notice of this for sure. Sholo had their hands full, a tough but necessary win for the Cougars tonight, 20-14 the final at Monument Valley. And I do think it keeps their playoff hopes alive, as this carry for the Jackets is going to come out to at the 25-yard line. That'll be a 9-yard pickup on the play for Blue Ridge. Another gain for Jace Barton. Barton on the night, 20 carries, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jace. Making a strong bid for the Sports Zone's player of the game. That'll be presented in our postgame by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. So next week's game is looming large for the Cougars. If they can, so you see the give go up the middle. That's Larson carrying the ball this time. And Larson is going to be knocked down after a 9-yard gain. For the Yellow Jackets, move the chains. We're down to 2. Down to 2:13 left to play. And here comes the backup squad out on the field to finish it out for the Yellow Jackets. Try to protect the ball, see if they can run out the final 2 minutes of this one and celebrate a victory over the Payson Longhorns. I think that the Cougars are going to move a little bit after tonight's win over Monument Valley. It was number 26 versus number 27. Last week it was 29 versus 30. And a win for Sholo saw them jump 3 spots. If they can jump 3 again and get to number 23, let's say, in the next rankings that come out on Tuesday, then that sets them up for the best possibility they have to get to the playoffs, which would be a win over Blue Ridge. Because the Yellow Jackets, you would think, are going to do no worse than stay at number 7 after this win tonight over Payson. So if Sholo can knock off the Yellow Jackets next week, who knows where they end up in the rankings? They might jump from 23 inside the top 16, put themselves right back in the playoff picture as you watch a 1-yard gain up the middle for the Yellow Jackets.
21 on that carry.
Be third down and long, under a minute remaining in this one. The Yellow Jackets only have to snap it one more time. I don't think Payson is going to make them do anything else beyond that. But they can run this clock down, the play clock down to below 40 seconds, snap it, and if Payson doesn't spend a timeout, because I think they have 1 left, then this game is going to be in the books. Yeah, so the Yellow Jackets will snap it and take a knee. Maybe they'll run it. I don't know. They've got the JV guys out there. They kind of want to run a play, don't they? And they do. And they give it to the fullback, and he's going to get knocked down with 25 seconds. That'll be the final play of the game. And they're going to run the clock down from there, down to 20 seconds, and it'll be a Yellow Jacket victory. They get to celebrate. And a big win. Blue Ridge will go to 7-1 now in the season and set up a huge game next week. Because for Blue Ridge,
ladies and gentlemen,
the Yellow Jackets don't want to lose in their final 2 games this year. Sholo and Round Valley are those 2 final opponents. They don't want to lose because if they win out, they ought to stay in the top 8, get a home playoff game. And at this point, I believe the only team in the East that could get a home playoff game. So you got to keep on winning these final 2 games. I think if the Yellow Jackets lose either one of the remaining 2 games, I don't think they'll finish in the top 8. Maybe they will. I just don't think it's going to happen. And I think you have to play like that anyway. How about the Sholo Cougars? Depending on what happens today after a victory over Monument Valley, do the Sholo Cougars have a shot at the playoffs still? Next week's game for Blue Ridge is going to be the biggest game of the year by a long way for Sholo. Big for Blue Ridge, bigger for Sholo, and we can't wait to bring it to you next week. But we still have to wrap up this one, everybody. Our postgame is on the way in a moment. The announcement of our player of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, that's on the way. And a wrap-up, a look at stats and more coming up for you from Paul Moro Stadium. So stand by. We'll get to the postgame in a moment. Final score, Blue Ridge 44, Payson 13. The Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. We are going to be right back after this.
The 2024 Toyota Tundra has just entered the game, and it's ready to dominate the field. The 2024 Tundra brings serious muscle to the field with its impressive towing capabilities. And let's not forget about the cutting-edge technology that keeps you connected wherever you go. And guess what? We've got 50 of these bad boys, so don't sit on the sidelines waiting for yours. We're talking about driving away the 2024 Toyota Tundra starting at just $459 a month. It's at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Your winning drive starts here.
Tired of being tethered to your home or office for a reliable internet connection?
Am I?
Then listen up. Introducing the new 100 gigabyte hotspot plan from Naked Mobile. For $75 a month, you get 100 gigabytes of LTE hotspot data, unlimited talk, and text with unlimited 3G-like data after that. Plus, get the Samsung A12 smartphone when you switch to Naked Mobile today.
Yes, please.
Stay connected wherever you go. No contact, no credit check. Sign up today at nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
We live in a world of ongoing change, so why not appreciate the things in our lives that remain constant? For more than 2 decades, Joyce Furniture has provided a welcoming Shangri-La that carries the highest quality home furnishings with brands like Paul Roberts, Lazy Boy, Stearns & Foster, and of course, Tempur-Pedic. Discover Joy's timeless handcrafted pieces that have the essence of our beautiful White Mountains. Come in and find that dream piece that will become a presence in your home for years to come. Joyce Furniture. Keep the joy of the mountains in your home.
Win 2 premium tickets to see the king of entertainment, Mr. Garth Brooks, up close and personal at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. An $8,000 value. Thank you, White Mountains, for all your votes. Naming Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint the best auto glass company in the White Mountains. And right now, when you choose us for your insured windshield replacement, you get to pick from 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets, or full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash, or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And right now, your name goes in the hat to be drawn for 2 premium tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, including a room at Caesars Palace and spending money. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back.
Not only does Perkins Cinders dominate site excavation, driveway building, and underground utility installation, they operate cinder pits and mines where they are literally crushing materials year-round. Don't just finish a construction job, crush it. Perkins Cinders, helping you get a load of this.
Hey, folks, welcome back in as you take a look at highlights from today's Yellow Jackets victory over the Payson Longhorns. Final score 44-13. We welcome you back into our coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. I got a final score in the Thatcher-Safford game. Thatcher has defeated Safford 35-14, 35-14 final score in that one. Congratulations to Thatcher on a big victory. And, you know, I hadn't gotten a scoring report all game long from Snowflake High School, so I don't know how it's turned out for Snowflake and Marcos Deniza. Who among my friends out there have that final score? Do you have any updates on Snowflake and Marcos? Maybe Big Joe does, Big Joe Matthews. Snowflake, 49-21 Snowflake. Big win. Great to see you, man. Yeah, I like that, yes. Better to be seen than viewed. Our good friend Brian Brimhall right there. All right, Brian. Looking good, man. Whole different look. Father time right there. What's that? Retired. Is that what you look like when you retire? All right, buddy. All right, good stuff. Hey, folks, Welcome back in. Our postgame wrap-up begins live from Paul Moro Stadium. A big win for the Yellow Jackets, 44-13. I think that score is going to catch some attention from some folks out there around the state. When you consider that that Payson defense, and I tell you, they were able to limit a tough, quality Round Valley offense to 7 points. And I'm sure there were extenuating circumstances about that, but they did a good job on the Round Valley offense in that game at the Dome, played just earlier this season. But tonight, a huge performance put together and a win for the Yellow Jackets. We're going to talk to our heroes of the game here in just a moment, everybody. Let me give you some numbers real quick. The Yellow Jackets had 355 yards of offense, 22 first downs in the game, 22 minutes and 37 seconds time of possession. Payson actually had the ball for 3 minutes longer in the game than did the Yellow Jackets, who averaged 6.3 yards per offensive play in this game and ran 56 plays to get that number. A rushing yardage for Blue Ridge, 205 yards on the ground, 150 yards passing in the game for the Yellow Jackets, who did turn the ball over 3 times today. They fumbled 3 times, lost 2 of those through 1 interception. Yellow Jackets penalized 7 times for 60 yards in the game. Quarterback Luke Berlin was 8 of 17 for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. His leading target, David Simmons, caught 6 passes for 96 yards and a touchdown. Jace Barton hauled in 2 passes for 48 yards. Logan Robeson 1 catch for 13 yards in the game for the Jackets. Jace Barton carried the ball 20 times for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. David Simmons, 7 rushes for 32 yards here in the game. And he's followed by Owen Larson, who came in late. 3 carries, 15 yards, and a touchdown. Luke Berlin, the quarterback, 3 rushes for 13 yards today. Hunter Krause, 3 carries for 12 yards. Let's hope Hunter is okay. Got injured late in the game. Carter McGowan, 2 rushes for 2 yards. In mop-up duty, Xander Ben, 1 rush for a yard in the game today. As I mentioned, 355 yards of total offense in this one for the Yellow Jackets. Let's get that headset set about right there. Mic up our guy and get going in our postgame wrap-up. Welcome back in, everybody, to Paul Moro Stadium, the site of tonight's Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota, and a victory for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They now pick up their second region victory, 2-0 in the region, 7-1 on the campaign, and a convincing victory for Blue Ridge over Payson, 44-13 the final score. Floyd Simmons right here, and one of the heroes tonight for the Yellow Jackets is the quarterback, the sophomore Luke Berlin, who joins us now after throwing 2 touchdowns in a convincing Yellow Jacket victory. Luke, congratulations on the win today.
Thank you.
Well, how fun was it, man? I mean, this Yellow Jackets team has gotten better and better as the season's gone along, and I think, clearly one of the best performances by this team, and you get to do it at home. Talk about the game and talk about the win.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. I mean, our defense balled out tonight. Our linemen did really good. They gave me time in the pocket. I was able to make something happen on a couple plays, so it was a good night.
Luke, you look like you're getting just more and more comfortable as you go along. Okay, sophomore guy can't be expected to be at that total maturity level for a quarterback, but you're getting there. And one of the things that I've noticed is there was a play. The pocket was collapsing around you, and you did a great job climbing the pocket up the middle. Didn't have any options. You tucked it, and you ran, and you got positive yardage. And when you add that element to the fact that you got a big arm, you can throw the ball downfield, all of that really adds up to a more well-rounded offensive attack. Tell me about your progress and how you feel it's going for you in your sophomore season.
I mean, me and Coach Hathcock, we've been talking a lot in that I need to be able to start running the ball to really get this offense going. And, I mean, I'm trying to. I think I'm getting a little bit better. Oh, yeah.
And it started with Fountain Hills, man.
Yeah.
You had a couple of great runs in that Fountain Hills game.
I think that was the first game I've got, positive rushing yards my whole, high school career. So
nice. Nice. Well, it's got to start somewhere, right?
I mean, yeah.
And it started in a victory on the road at Fountain Hills. Now here tonight, this 44-13 game. Listen, I have a lot of respect for Payson, their coach, Brian Burke. I think that they're always a tough team. I mean, you guys are going to spend some time in the ice bath after this one today. But 44-13, I know that you expect to win games, but did the Yellow Jackets expect this kind of win by by 31 points.
I mean, we worked too hard in the summer to even make it a close game. So we had to come out. We had to show them what we were made of, get our running game going. I mean, everything just kind of fell into place.
All right, and your offense, do you feel like the progress that you're making is the right progress? You're running a lot of different looks. You've thrown a few different wrinkles in with the offensive scheme. You like where things are going?
Oh, yeah, I'm really happy with how we're mixing things in, doing gun, under center, all of that. It's really helping.
You want to mention a word about some of the other guys on the team. Let's talk first about your offensive line, okay? Those guys up front, they're getting better and better as a unit. The cohesion is looking better. I think that Monty Maxwell's doing a great job coaching them up. Tell me about your thoughts on the offensive line.
I'm really happy Coach Maxwell came back and coached our offensive line and our D-line because they're giving me time this year, and it's helping a lot. It's making our offense actually go. And
you want to give some names? You want to throw some names out of the guys up front?
Aiden, Jose, Angel, Ronde, all of them, Sights, all of them are just busting their butt and making us
doing a great job.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when you threw that toward the end of the game there, you threw a screen pass to Jace down the right side? He ended up going in for a touchdown. And, I mean, he had that convoy of blockers out in front. Those guys just looked so good moving that pile down the field, didn't they?
It's definitely a good sight to see just 5 linemen out there just running and going to try to hit
Yeah, no
someone.
doubt. Listen, our Sports Zone player of the game is Jace Barton. We're going to talk to him in a moment. How about Jace? What about the job he did today?
Oh, he did amazing. He gets our running game going, and he gets our offense moving with that running game. He sets up passes. He does everything.
Well, Luke, it's a great game. Congratulations to you and the guys. Go enjoy this. Your numbers, by the way, if you want to know, your numbers in the game, 8 of 17, 150 yards, and a couple of touchdowns.
Sweet. Thank you, sir.
All right, enjoy. All right, there's the quarterback, Luke Berlin, the sophomore, for the Yellow Jackets at the end of a great night tonight. 44-13, the final score. Blue Ridge has taken down the Payson Longhorns. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. And as always, we continue in our postgame with further discussions, everybody. And we shoot video to put together the highlights packages. That's why I keep having to redo the introductions here, everybody, so that the video package that we put together later on for you seems to make sense. And we'll continue to do that here now. Back into Blue Ridge High School, everybody, after tonight's Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. A 44-13 win for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets over Payson. Blue Ridge came in the highest ranked of the 3A East region teams at number 7, and it looks like they're going to protect that at least for another week by getting a 44-13 win over the number 16 Payson Longhorns. Welcome in, everybody. Floyd Simmons, and now we present our Sports Zone's Player of the Game, and it's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Here he is, everybody, Jace Barton, after a great night, running the ball, toting the rock tonight, and also having to move over to an inside linebacker position because Carlo Harris was unavailable today, and you put it all together, and it spells player of the game for this dude right here. Congratulations on the win today, Jace.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought win for the team.
Really was a hard-fought win, right? Payson always makes you fight hard.
Oh, yeah, they're a good team. No shame to Payson. They're a good football team.
Physical, and they played hard. This was a battle between 2 running backs out there. Let me give you some numbers, Jace. 2 running backs that did some heavy lifting. For you, 20 carries, 130 yards. That's 6.5 yards a carry. And 2 touchdowns. Congratulations on all that. You also caught a touchdown pass.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So congratulations to you on the gameplay today. And how about your counterpart on the other side? You wear number 41 in honor of Frank Girardi.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy on the other side wears number 31, and his name is Hunter Bowman. Hunter today for Payson, and he just deserves to be shouted out here because he carried the ball 30 times. Okay,
Yeah.
30 carries, 152 yards, and a touchdown. Listen, I don't care who you are. You were on the ball 30 times in a game. You're going to get beat up, okay?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right. How do you think, if it give you 10 more carries than how do you think you feel at the end of a game like that?
I mean, I trust my offensive line, and I know for right now, I'm sorry, I only had 20 carries, so I can't imagine what he's going through.
Yeah, are you ready for an ice bath?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I tell you, what a game, what a hard-fought, tough battle out there tonight. And you get a 44-13 win. How proud are you of the Yellow Jackets?
Oh, I'm so proud. We put in so much work, and it's just paying off for us.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the guys up front, we mentioned it with Luke Berlin. We talked to him. There's another highlights package video with Luke, your quarterback. But you gotta give some shout out. You got to give some love to your linemen.
Oh yeah, 100%. Aiden O'Gean, Jose pulling through that hole, Sights pulling through the hole, Angel blocking back on people, and then Rondé cleaning everything up for me makes my life easy.
Isn't it amazing when you have that, when that unit plays together? You don't necessarily have to have superstars up front, but you have to have guys that have that relentless desire to play and win and play to the end of the game, and also work together as a unit. And that group is getting it done, aren't they?
Oh yeah, 100%. They trust each other, and I trust them, and we have a little motto: you give me a second level, I'll take care of the rest. So.
Yeah, you got to love that. Can I shift to the defensive side of the ball in the game? Listen, it took till late in the game today for Payson to get up over 100 yards of total offense as a team. Your defense was pretty stout today. The Jackets, you in particular, in the middle of that defense, playing without Carlo Harris, who makes your defense even better, right?
Yeah, 100%.
How about the defensive side and where you think the Yellow Jackets are going there?
I mean, our defense is definitely our strong suit in the game. No doubt about it, but without Carlo, it's tough. I mean, he's a great player. He makes plays happen when there's nothing there. So, I mean, we stepped up, and Daniel Rodriguez, a sophomore, came and stepped up for us, and I was proud of him.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you about a very specific play earlier on in the game, all right? You got some great penetration in the backfield. They were trying to run the ball to the outside. You got in there. You got wrapped around the running back a couple of yards deep and forced the ball out. Popped it up in the air, right into the waiting hands of Noah Chi, who scooped it up and scored the touchdown. It was a nice scoop and score, fumble recovery touchdown for Noah. But the defense always takes a lot of pride in a play like that. It's kind of an accomplishment for the entire defense. Talk about that play, walk through it a little bit, and what making plays like that means for your defense.
I mean, watching film all week, I knew that backside A gap was going to be open, so I just took my shot and made a play happen, and then thankfully Noah Chi was there, hands wide open, waiting for the play, and our defense always watches film and trust our coach's game plan that week, and we just go out and execute it every week.
Jace, do you guys get helmet stickers or anything like that for those plays? What do you guys get?
So we get Bad A stickers and their little skulls, and then we get like Yellow Jackets for the win and stuff like that.
Perfect stuff. Hey, big win sets you up for a huge matchup next week. Your last chance as a senior. Last chance to face the Sholo Cougars. Got to be at their place next week, but there you go. Your last chance to play your arch rivals, Sholo. Are you ready for it? Are the Jackets ready for that game?
Yes, sir. I mean, we need to do some healing, but after that, we'll be ready.
All right, man. You're in great position. You guys control your own destiny, really. I think for a first-round playoff game, and for a region championship, you just keep on winning games. You get those things, but you've got a tough 2 weeks left in front of you.
100%. Both of those teams are very, very, very good teams.
All right, good luck to you, Jace.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Our Sports Zone player of the game, Jace Barton, right there. He rushes for 130 yards on the night and a couple of touchdowns to help lead this Yellow Jackets team to a 44-13 victory. And he also caught a touchdown pass running a screen for the team as well. This guy got it all done, played some tough defense as well. For those of you who are watching our live video on the old screen there, seeing some of that action from Jace, some of the highlights. But a great win overall for the Yellow Jackets, 44-13. They take down Payson, Blue Ridge, and now moves to 7-1 on the season after this one. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, football fans, I'll tell you what we're going to do for the moment. We're going to grab a timeout. We got to take a quick break, and we'll come on back here in a few moments and give you our final thoughts on this one, and let you know what the rest of the night looks like for us live from our location at Paul Moro Stadium. So do stand by. Again, the final, 44-13. Blue Ridge has defeated Payson. Our postgame wrap-up will continue in just a moment.
The 2024 Toyota Tundra has just entered the game, and it's ready to dominate the field. The 2024 Tundra brings serious muscle to the field with its impressive towing capabilities. And let's not forget about the cutting-edge technology that keeps you connected wherever you go. And guess what? We've got 50 of these bad boys, so don't sit on the sidelines waiting for yours. We're talking about driving away the 2024 Toyota Tundra starting at just $459 a month. It's at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Your winning drive starts here.
Win 2 premium tickets to see the king of entertainment, Mr. Garth Brooks, up close and personal at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. An $8,000 value. Thank you, White Mountains, for all your votes. Naming Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint the best auto glass company in the White Mountains. And right now, when you choose us for your insured windshield replacement, you get to pick from 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets, or full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash, or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. And right now, your name goes in the hat to be drawn for 2 premium tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, including a room at Caesars Palace and spending money. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back.
Not only does Perkins Cinders dominate site excavation, driveway building, and underground utility installation, they operate cinder pits and mines where they are literally crushing materials year-round. Don't just finish a construction job, crush it. Perkins Cinders, helping you get a load of this.
When words are just not enough, to celebrating an everlasting love or brightening your home with a splash of color, the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top is your floral design partner. Beautiful spring blooms are ready for grab and go. Want to deliver flowers often but don't want the hassle of trying to remember? Bouquet subscriptions are now available. The Bloomhouse, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 until 4, is dedicated to bringing the beauty of nature to all.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
We get it. The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Well, an impressive victory indeed for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. I want to thank you for joining us on our live video broadcast. And there's no real look anymore, okay? So you're looking at a blank screen. But we're just going to give you a last chance to get the final word here. I mentioned the numbers for the Yellow Jackets. And by the way, I'm out of breath because I had to run down and then back up the stadium here. As those of you watching video do get some more highlights there. It was an incomplete pass intended for Simmons just then. And then the cutback touchdown by Jace Barton, one of 3 touchdowns Jace collected today for the Yellow Jackets. Another look at field level on that great run by Jace. About to look at a long kick return for the Payson Longhorns. That was their first score of the night. They managed to tack one more on, but 44-13 the final score. Blue Ridge the victory. They are now 2-0 in the 3A East region and a share of the lead atop the region with the Round Valley Elks for the moment. I mentioned the final numbers for the Yellow Jackets. They had 355 yards of offense, 22 first downs for the team. Total rushing yardage for Blue Ridge, 205 yards, and 150 yards through the air. Still catching my breath. The Payson Longhorns, and this is going to be a testament to the Yellow Jacket defense. Payson finished with 219, and a good chunk of that, close to half of that, came late in the game after the Yellow Jackets started substituting a lot on defense. 13 total first downs for the Longhorns. They had time of possession 25 minutes, 25 seconds in the game. Payson had 55 total offensive plays, averaging 4.0 yards per play across the span of the game. 193 yards rushing for the Longhorns. They did run the ball pretty well. 26 yards passing for the team. Penalized 11 times for 64 yards. 4 fumbles. Lost 3 of those to account for their total of 3 turnovers. So both teams turned it over 3 times today. Not a clean game from that standpoint at all. Some other numbers for you. The quarterback, Dayton LeBlanc, he was 4 of 11 for 26 yards today. His passes were caught, first 2 of those by Marco Garicki. 2 catches for 18 yards, and Bert Shear, 2 catches for 8 yards. Hunter Bowman was the hero for the Longhorns. What a game. 30 carries. How about that? 30 rushes today. 152 yards and a touchdown for that guy. You knew he was going to carry it. You knew he was going to keep it on that wildcat that they ran. And yet he was able to amass 152 yards. What a heroic effort by Bowman in a losing cause for the Longhorns. Wyatt Fulton, 5 carries for 15 yards. Fisher Pelto, 5 rushes for 10 yards. And Bert Shear, one carry for 10 yards on the game. Dayton LeBlanc, the quarterback, 3 rushes for 6 yards. Those are the total numbers for the Payson Longhorns. But the victory is the Yellow Jackets to enjoy. And we congratulate Blue Ridge on being able to collect a win tonight against a tough opponent, that's for sure. Well, listen, we're going to collect our thoughts, see if we are able tonight here. We've had some technical issues along the way in the season. Are we able to bring you the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show next? We're going to find out about that. At a minimum, I know this. We want to be able to look through and go through some scores for you folks. We want to do that because tonight's a big night, and we want to get those scores out to you. Talk about a bit on how that all starts to paint the picture of the upcoming playoffs. Who's doing what? And there was just a couple of great games. That Sabino game. Got to figure out, how'd that thing turn out? Sabino battling ALA West Foothills. Huge game. Sabino with just a brutal schedule this year. And I'm telling you, whatever Sabino gets, they will have earned by the end of the regular season. So we're going to take a look at some of that stuff. Break it down a bit for you here, and it might be an abbreviated version of the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show, but we're going to see what we can do to bring you something along those lines. I want to thank you all for joining us, everybody, on the radio on Mix 98. Do stand by just a few moments. If you, within 10 minutes or so, we'll know whether or not we're able to bring you the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. The show the coaches call and run through all the scores and highlights for you here in just a little bit, everybody, okay? Thanks for being with us. Again, the final score from Blue Ridge High School, the final score 44-13. The Yellow Jackets have defeated the Payson Longhorns. The Sports Zone Game of the Week has been presented by Hatch Toyota. Remember, next week, live coverage of the big showdown, Blue Ridge at Sholo next week will be our Game of the Week broadcast. Until then, God bless you. Good night, everybody from Blue Ridge. And it's just possible we'll have a continuation of the Friday Night Football Show coming up in just a bit from this location. Good night, everybody.